Alrighty. Hello and happy Monday. Hope everybody had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. We are back playing some more Ace Attorney 2. Picking up where we left off last Tuesday, I believe. If I remember correctly, we were a little over halfway through the third case. I think I think we were presiding over the murder of a circus ringmaster. So we had some real interesting characters up on the stand last time. So we're gonna hop right back into this. I think there's actually a dude, a ventriloquist, and there's like a weird like love triangle with like a 16-year-old girl and stuff. Things are really odd. Things are really strange in the courtroom. But we're gonna get to the bottom of it. We're gonna solve the mystery here and make sure we get our client off with a not guilty verdict. Not guilty. You know, he may be guilty of some other things. But we're going to jump right into it and go to get started here. I believe also there's supposed to be a cool new event for Phasma. We got to play some of that this weekend with some friends. I think that starts tomorrow. It's supposed to be like an Alan Wake, excuse me, crossover event. I wonder if we get to play that stream. If not, we probably play it on Saturday, honestly. I do as a
First blood.
Let me go ahead and start this thing up. What's up, Leechy? Congratulations once again, brother. I know you worked really hard for that. I'm so proud of you. Alrighty, we going to court. Turnabout big top, yeah. Oh shit, we were mid-trial, weren't we? Oh, I'm gonna have to review the evidence to remember what the hell was going on here. Let's do it. Let's do it. Take a sip of the bev there. Right. Do a bunch of yapping, bunch of reading. December 29th, 11:54 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. Sweetie. Max. I actually review my freaking evidence here. That guy got conked on the head with something blunt. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Ringmaster document talking about Max's giant raise in salary from 1 week before the incident. The silk hat, cloak, white roses, yep. Orange juice bottle that he knocked, I forget the dude's name. The ventriloquist dude. This guy. Knocked Ben over the head with. That's how that's broken. Circus map. My family's going to be having a party on June 20th or 27th. You're more than welcome to come by if you're back by then. Yeah, no, I should be back the 15th. So that's definitely doable. And I will still be unemployed at that point. So I ain't got anything to stop me from coming, man. I'll be there. Are we boycotting Subnautica 2? Well... I was never going to play the game anyway, bro. I really didn't want to play the first one, to be honest. I don't like the ocean, bro. It's dark and scary. I ain't trying to be down there. It genuinely frightens me. Oh wait, I actually do need to look at this. Okay, yeah, so layout. This was the lodging house. This was the person we haven't seen, but we were in their room. But I think they had the monkey as the roommate. This guy, Money the monkey, yep. Habitually gathers all sorts of shiny things. This was the ring that Trillo, the dummy, I proposed with. Autopsy report. The box that the victim was lying on top of, and this was inside the box. Pepper. Interesting. You have 10k, I'll play it, but I won't be happy about it. Plus, it's an alien ocean, not ours. Our ocean is plenty scary, man. Our ocean has... Honestly, it has plenty of creatures that look like aliens to me. It's just a matter of how deep down you're willing to go. Max, Magician, yep, accused of murder. Benjamin, Woodman, without his puppet Trillo, Ben won't say much. Gumshoe, Von Karma, Gina Bell, daughter of the ringmaster, of the victim, and the clown, Mo. Lawrence Curls is his real name, the ringmaster's old friend, a pleasant stooge of a clown. Alright, I think I didn't know enough now, I remember. Things are coming back to me. You have to believe me, I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene. So then, where were you when the murder took place? We talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the ringmaster's room. And while you were there, it was the ringmaster who left the room, right? Exactly. He told me to wait in the room because he'd be right back. That's when the ringmaster headed to the scene of the crime, right? That's what it seems like. But the ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right? Somebody was. Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. I went straight to the ringmaster's room, still dressed in my stage clothes. Okay. But when I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off. Okay. Which means... somebody could have took it. Means that the ringmaster could have taken his costume and went out looking like Max. Fabulous! That's a fabulously possible possibility. Well done, Nick. However, sweetie, why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange? Think about it. All they found at the crime scene was my silk hat. What of my cloak? Where did that go? Double, Wow, Max, I never thought of that. You should be like a detective or something. Well, I was never quite sure what to be when I grew up. Magician or president? Okay, buddy. You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision. Sure. That's really cool. Fabulous. This mystery just keeps getting deeper. Back in the courtroom. Courtroom 2. Now that everyone is back, let's get started. The court is now back in session. Ms. Von Karma, please proceed with the prosecution's case. Very well. I will now call my next witness. A pitiful clown with the unfortunate distinction of having seen the entire thing. Will Mr. Lawrence Curls please take the stand? Why don't you just call him a pitiful clown? The witness will state his name and occupation for the court record. West Clonadelphia, born and raised. Name and occupation. Will the witness please inform the court why he's speaking autobiographical gibberish? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just not used to being in court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life. I wasn't quite sure what joke is best suited to this sort of occasion. What in the world are you talking about? You're in the Grand Hall of Justice, not some comedy club. Since it's easy to see your occupation, please state your name for the court. Oh yeah, maybe this joke is okay. Mom, do I have to wear pants? The sign only says no shirt, no shoes, no service. Okay, how about this? Have you met my proctologist, Dr. Seymour Butts? How was that one? That was pretty good, actually. But a couple of your name... Lawrence Curls, professional funny man, also known as Mo the Clown. You witnessed the scene at around 10:15 p.m. the day of the murder. Correct? Yes. Yes, it is. Very well, Mr. Curls. Will you please testify to what you saw that evening? A rabbi, a priest, and a Rastafari had walked into this park. Without the humor, please. Okay. Oh, poor Mo. Can't be his normal snooty self in court. What you witness? I know. I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I haven't been able to make people laugh for 10 years. This 1,000-yard stare, bro. No matter what I say, all I get in return is a vacant stare and polite applause. Since no one ever laughs at my jokes, I've taken to laughing at them myself. Oh god, it's a bad habit, but at least I'm trying. Imagine my predicament. I'm a clown who can't make people laugh. I'm almost useless. But I keep trying. I even tried to come up with jokes just for today. But this atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. I decided to try making everyone laugh. Seriously, everyone, what do you think of me? How am I doing? This is your testimony? Brother! What? Mo! Yo, hello, welcome in. Yeah, this is a blind playthrough. We finished the first game, I want to say last month, and we are now working on the second here. And this third case is crazy, brother. I love Mo, man. He's so good. Aren't we the ones supposed to be asking the questions here? Witness? Huh? We will listen to your call for help after the after the court proceedings are over. Wow, she actually didn't whip him. Interesting. Character development. Thus, please stick to the facts of the case. Really? You really hear me out? Well, I'll make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later. Oh my god, he's making jokes. Thank you, I can't wait. Poor Gumshoe. I don't think Gumshoe can play a straight man to save his life, bro. It would literally be nothing but puns and one-liners if you get those two in the room, dog. Okay, now that that's settled, shall we begin once again with the testimony? Of course we can. I'll talk for as long as you want. What you witnessed. The night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. I kept watching him, and all of a sudden Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. Sounds pretty bulletproof testimony there. We'll see how this plays out with this cross-exam. Very interesting. If this eyewitness account is to be believed, I have enough to pass a judgment right now. Okay, Judge, slow down, buddy. We don't have to, jump the gun in here, alright? Let's take our time. Of course you can. There's no way that this account can be criticized. However, the witness is a bit, how do you say, off-kilter? Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him. That must be because of my insincere smile. Mr. Wright, please begin the defense's cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, you gotta find some kind of contradiction in his testimony. I know that. Mr. Wright? Your Honor? I'm afraid that if you push this witness too far, it would bring disaster upon the court. Thus, I sincerely hope you are not going to engage in pointless saber-rattling. I understand, Your Honor. If you cause this clown to stray from the facts, I will hold you responsible. Why am I responsible? I'm not the one with the corny jokes. Wait, so I can't press them? What are you trying to... You're trying to say here? Wait a second. Find a murder, package over, went back to my room. Pooped. Once at the window, saw two silhouettes. We were a bit far away. Remaster. Said the practice wrapped up around 10 p.m., correct? See, that's the thing. You just get so serious out of nowhere, man. I can't do it. I can't take it. Huh? How exactly am I supposed to make a joke about 10 p.m.? Now, 8 o'clock. That's something a clown can riff off of. Let's just pretend it was 8 o'clock. That way I can make a great joke. Let's not. Alright, Mo. What do you mean, let's not? Don't take the clown out of the clown around. Come on, Nick, just listen to his joke. There are 3 reasons why I don't want it to. 1, I probably won't laugh. 2, I'll get hit with a penalty. 3, I'll get whipped. But witness just proceed with his factual testimony. You're so boring. You were pooped that night. Yes, I was very, very tired. Not to mention I had some bad Mexican food. What? The double cheese double bean enchilada is a dangerous menu item. What happened after that? As they say, happens. That one was cool, huh? I hear the kids really love toilet humor these days. Joke was so hip, I don't want to ruin it with a reply. I've got a good reply, though. That joke was so funny, it just earned you a penalty. What? What? Judge! Okay. Yeah, you say you looked out the window, eh? You just happened to glance out the window. You just happened to. You could say that. You could also say I peeked, stared, glimpsed, peeped, eyeballed. Sorry, peeked. Peeked and peeped. Mr. Curls. Oh, I guess synonyms aren't allowed either. What should I do? I wonder if I should press him further on this issue. Yeah? Exactly why did you look out of your window that night? Why? Why? Clowns don't need a reason to look out the windows, do they? That's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday. Once I tucked myself in the bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. It sounded like a giant thump. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Forgot? Your Honor, the witness looked out of his window upon hearing a loud sound. He did not just simply glance out of his window that night. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention that thump, didn't I? That's not something you just forget to mention. Yeah, what she said. I believe it would be best if Mo were to revise his testimony. Very well. Mr. Carlos, please revise your testimony. Just start turning the tables in our favor. Heard a huge noise outside the window, and that's what made me take a look outside. Okay. Then that's what I saw. 2 silhouettes. They're a bit far away, though. 2 silhouettes. Oh. There's a ringmaster, and he was with Max. He was wearing his cloak. Okay, I kept watching him all, and all of a sudden, Max conked the ringmaster over the head. Probably that one. You say you saw the ringmaster get conked over the head? Yes, I did. It's the climax of my story. Who doesn't enjoy the completely random non sequiturs? What would you say the victim was struck with? You mean the weapon? Well, I have no idea. The weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right? It's not what I meant. You did say you did see everything, didn't you? Well, yeah, I suppose I did. Wait, no I didn't. I didn't see a weapon. Mo, did you, or did you not, see the crime of murder committed that night?
Objection!
I will not permit you to harass my witness in this manner. Okay, but if it's in a different manner, that's allowed, right? You better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor clown. Because if you don't, know what is waiting for you. A nice penalty. Holy shit, that's 5! What? Isn't this a bit melodramatic? So what will it be then, Mr. Phoenix Rain? Do you have any clear basis to believe that my witness did not see the crime? Yeah. What that evidence is, we'll find out in a moment. I've got a great reason to make my claim. And I suppose you will be telling us all that great reason. Of course I will. The reason is the witness's very own testimony. What is the meaning of that, Mr. Wright? Mo said that he heard a sound like a thump of someone getting hit. Did say that. However, Mo just stated the following under oath. I kept watching him, and all of a sudden Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. It most to be believed when he says he looked out the window upon hearing a sound. There's no way that he could have seen Max clonk anyone. In 1972, a crack clown unit. Was he making a freaking A-Team reference, bro? This game's too much sometimes, man, I swear. Mr. Curls, how do you respond to Mr. Wright's assessment? They didn't commit. These clowns promptly escaped from a maximum security clown car. Mr. Curls, are you reciting the C-Team theme to anger this court? C-Team. When you have no one to turn to, you call the C-Team. No, I'm just stalling for time while I jog my memory. Great job, Nick. These types of witnesses always seem to have a selective memory. You just have to peel back the layers of the clown like an onion. The layers of clown makeup, he says. Oh my goodness. To find the truth. Well, oh, you're back from your jog. Well, pretty much happened the way I said. What's up, boss? Welcome in. Pretty much. When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. Interesting. The prosecution helped me fill in the gaps of my statement. On karma. Tampering with witnesses again. But now you were saying that you did not see the defendant clonk the ringmaster. Yes. What's up, boss? Hope you had a good weekend. More Ace Attorney today. We are cross-examining a clown. A literal clown. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster has already checked out. Checked out? Yep. He was on permanent vacation, as they say. Mr. Curls, Your Honor. You did not witness the actual crime, however you still say you saw the criminal, correct? Yes, exactly. The ringmaster was slumped over and I saw someone's silhouette next to him. Mm-hmm. Oh, Curls. Some would say he is a bit of a stooge. A pleasant stooge, if you will. One of three. There will be a banker in the next one called Mo Money. I love that. I would call modern Doctor Who a tragedy, but the word wouldn't even express the feelings of sorrow it reaps. Damn. I don't have an opinion, because I never watched the show. But I was a Supernatural watcher, brother. Sorry. Very well, then please testify to the silhouette you saw, and I expect the truth. And if I ever even catch a hint of a joke from you, I will put you in a holding cell until you learn court etiquette. Do you got it? Got it. Alright, Mo, what do we have? It was a bit far away, but that shadow could only have belonged to Max. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. What were those symbols? Silk hat, cloak, white roses. His silk hat, that black cloak, they were all there. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt that it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying. Said Crystal. Yes. Yes. That is indeed a major plot point in Supernatural. It does seem as if the defendant was at the scene of the crime. It took the clown long enough to get his facts straight. But whatever, this should finally be good enough, yes? It is decisive testimony. Max really at the scene of the crime that night? He said he wasn't there. We have to believe in that. Alright, Mr. Wright, commence your cross-examination. Alright, Mo. It was a bit far away, but the shadow could only have belonged to Max. I saw his uppity symbols. Silk hat, black cloak. They were all there. About the roses. His face was silhouetted by there's no doubt. It was him, his phone was floating in the wind, so I could run and see what he was carrying. I mean, hold on. Silk cat, cloak, white roses. Rather with Max's three famous symbols, yeah. All hate symbols. Can I press this? Wait. I'm gonna press this one. Riddle said the same thing. But if it was just the symbols, then you mean I could have been wearing them. What if someone had just taken Max's symbols and worn them? I thought of that myself. But just looking at the shape of the face I saw, it must have been Max. I'm sure of that. That's a silly little boy. He threw his entire case headlong into a trap. Oh, he actually didn't try to make a joke. You're sure that is what you saw that night? Exactly what I saw. I said... exactly what I said I saw is exactly what I saw. I've got eyes like a hawk. Birds have terrible night vision? Well, that's not all I saw. I feel like that. There's supposed to be 3 symbols. You listed 2. This feels right. I'm gonna say this. You say you saw all of Max's uppity symbols. I suppose so. The silk hat and the cloak, right? Mo. Everyone knows that Maximilian Galactica has 3 uppity symbols. 3 symbols? Yay, everyone get ready, all together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. What the? Who cares if he knew that there were 3 or not? He saw what he saw, and he saw the symbols. He just forgot to mention one. Isn't that right, Mo? Do you like pie? I love pie. 3141159. Silence, fool. Silence, fool. You have to respond with the whole truth. No fractions. Order. Order. Mo, you didn't see the roses, did you? To be honest, there weren't any roses on the person I saw. The crime scene was dark. It's obvious it was too dark to see that kind of detail. But the witness said he was able to see the silhouette of the criminal's face. Not to mention that the roses are white. There's no way he could have missed them. Then the roses must have fallen off when an offended assaulted the victim. If that was the case, then the police would have found him near the crime scene. Mr. Wright, are these white roses truly material to the facts of this case? Clearly not. He is just toying with this court. I got on the ropes now. These seemingly insignificant facts have never failed to lead me to the truth yet. Someone is toying with the court, but it's not me. Your Honor, do you recall Trillo's testimony? There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? How could you mistake someone wearing such a snobby 3-piece getup? Trillo saw them all. Trillo saw all 3 of Max's symbols. However, this witness claims there were no white roses on the person he saw. There is absolutely no doubt that this is a contradiction. Now, what am I supposed to think? One is supposed to disregard the pointless, but this... Judge, forget the roses. Think about his other testimony. The witness has stated without a doubt that he saw Maximilian Galactica. Nothing else matters. Let's wrap this case up now. Your Honor, it may be trivial, but it does cast doubt on the prosecution's case. Frankly, I have my doubts about this witness. It seems that, unlike wine, the witness has not grown more mature with age. Not sure? I've come to a conclusion. I'm 99% certain that this witness saw the defendant. However, my remaining 1% of doubt is quite reasonable. Which means that for my peace of mind, I'm going to request a bit more testimony. What? If there are no contradictions in his next statement, I am prepared to issue a ruling. A ruling? Nick, this is your last chance. Silhouette, Part 2. There's no doubt in my mind, there were no white roses that night. However, all of the other symbols were there, I'm equally sure of that. Especially the silk hat, there is no way I could forget seeing the decorations on it. Yeah, that's it. He was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. Mr. Wright, you've got one last chance at this. Just one? I will not allow even the slightest hint of badgering against this witness. If you are going to prove to me there's a contradiction with Mr. Curl's statement, you'd better have at least a shred of evidence to back up your accusations. We got a single shot at this. I gotta be careful. I understand, Your Honor. One chance is all I will need. If you had one shot. The roses. Something's there. gotta be an answer. It's probably in the court record. I didn't mean to skip all of them. I wanted to read the last one, but damn. This is so cat. There's no way I could forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. I mean, it said the hat was found at the scene of the crime, though, right? Yeah. So... Type profile low, paid in full, attract heavy cash cause the game centrifugal. Mr. Fantastic, long dough like elastic. What? Why are you rapping at me, bro? Entire time he's on the scene. It's either the photo or the hat. Oh shit. Okay, I'm not even really sure. I wanted to say the hat. Roll. I'm gonna roll for this shit. Even for the photo, odds for the fucking hat. Alright. Alright. That, I keep hitting the wrong button. I want to present the evidence, please. Thank you. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. Does? I don't see anything contradictory. Really? Objection denied. Try to think before you make accusations, right? Shit. Okay. So it's the hat then, yeah? Hey. This wouldn't happen to be the silk hat you saw that night, would it? Yep, that's it. That's the hat he was wearing that night. No question in your mind. Exactly. How would one mistake a thing like that? I see. Is there some sort of problem, Mr. Wright? Miss Von Karma, where exactly was the silk hat found? Must you always ask these questions? It was found at the crime scene. But crime scene, that means the silk hat fell off at the crime scene. However, the witness clearly testified to the contrary. The witness stated that he was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. No, that's not true. Order, 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 Mr. Curls. Yes, Your Honor. What is the meaning of all this? You are old enough to know better than to behave like this in court. Hey, that's just not right. That's so harsh. What's not right here is your eyesight and your memory, among other things. Why are you being so mean to me? What did I do? Let me guess, you just didn't like my jokes or something, right? You didn't have to go and insult my eyesight or my memory. They're both great. Seriously, why? Just because no matter how old I am, I'll always be younger than you? Why? What? Enough of these childish outbursts, Mr. Curls. Who do you think you are? I saw him. I swear I saw him. It was Max. Even if he didn't have his roses, he was still wearing his dumb silk hat. I'm telling the truth. Turned into a bratty little kid. Pitiful, isn't it? He left the scene wearing that dumb silk hat. He was there. He left the scene. What's the matter, Nick? There's something I've been mulling over for a while now. Mo? What do you want? He just said that he left the scene. Exactly how did the murderer leave the scene of the crime? What? He went... What do you mean, how did he leave the scene? You can't ask me that. Mr. Phoenix Wright is badgering the witness, Your Honor. Nuh-uh. The witness's testimony is so full of holes, Miss Von Karma's protest is useless. Grr. Got a point. Let's hear what the witness has to say on this matter. Is that alright with you, little guy? Don't talk to me like I'm a little baby. Besides, what kind of stupid question is how did he leave the crime scene? The answer's obvious. He just turned around and walked away. That's what I expect you'd say. You sure that's how it happened? Say what? I'm not sure I know exactly where you're going with this. Lawyers nowadays sure do love to harp on the smallest things. Do you have any proof to counter this story as to how the criminal left the scene? What? Oh, do I? The map. Consult the map. Did he fucking fly? Because Max can fly and shit? Is it the set of... Oh my god, it's a set of footprints, isn't it? Look at this picture. The problem is the footprints in the snow. What? Footprints? In this photo, we can clearly see the footprints of the victim. However, where are the criminal's footprints? They aren't there. Look at this photograph, that's right. So, Mo, exactly how did the criminal escape the scene? Your Honor, this witness has already proved that his testimony is completely unreliable. I move to strike all this witness's testimony from the court record. I agree. This clown's testimony is as rickety as the clown car he came to court in. Wait just a second! You guys can't just ignore everything I've said. Fine, fine, I'll tell you the truth this time. You wait a second. I think you said more than enough for today. That didn't hurt. I'm sick and tired of listening to you anyways. I'll give you the real deal this time, I swear. I don't know why, but I get the feeling things are going to get worse before they get better. Mr. Lawrence Curls. Yes? The testimony you provided up until now has been false? It hasn't been false, I haven't lied, it's just... It's just what? Just I was a bit confused on the bit about the criminal leaving the scene. Especially since Von Karma and her whip told me not to talk about what I really saw. Interesting. Thank you for saying it out loud. Order, order. I will have order. Francesca Von Karma, how could you? Your Honor, if you had heard the truth from this witness, you would have had exactly the same opinion as I have. I was gonna say he flew. They flew off the scene. And what opinion is that? It's not funny. God. That's enough out of you. I'm gonna listen to what he has to say. Now then, let's hear the truth about what you say you saw, Mr. Curls. Huh, you're not gonna believe this, but it's all true, I tell you. It's all true. Try not to waste our time with your idiotic drivel. Got truth. Now it's time for our next segment, Mo Knows. Everything that I said up until now has been the truth. When I looked out the window, the ringmaster was down and Max was standing above him. He wasn't wearing his white roses, but he was wearing the silk hat. That's what I saw. He fucking flew off, I knew it! This is the truth now, get ready for it. He jumped up and flew through the air. He flew right off and disappeared into the darkness. That's why there were no footprints. Flying people don't leave footprints. Okay, but low-key that scene was spooky. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I told you it wasn't funny. Do you believe me now? Deadass, I would freak out if I saw that. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you on that one, honestly. Motherfucker just flew away. Well, that was, how do you put this into words? Maximilian Galactica is a world-class magician. But to leave the scene of a crime by flying, there's no way that actually happened. You're right. Why is she right? You believe the other witnesses. Why won't you believe me, especially since it's the best part of the story? To be honest, this is the first time I've heard of a flying criminal. What do you think about those witnesses' testimony, Mr. Wright? Eyes are playing tricks. This is all a dream. I'm gonna open my eyes and be back home in my bed. Nah, he's telling the truth. Gotta be. What he just said was so strange, I don't think he would have made it up. Which means that he is telling the truth? Well, that's what I think. Nick, wait. That means that Max actually used magic. Yikes, you're right. Only a foolish-looking fool could be fooled by such a foolish fool's foolish dream. You fool. Don't be ridiculous. Magic does not exist. But if you close your eyes... I think what I miss about old horror is the softness and slowness of it. Yeah, the build-up. I like the one where it's like the last third of it is when it really starts to pick up. Like, you get hints and, like, foreshadowing the entire time, and it's just, like, this tension that builds up for, like, pretty much the entire runtime. And then it all comes crashing down in, like, the last 20 minutes. That shit's fantastic. I saw that with, Hereditary. That movie genuinely freaked me out. Don't be ridiculous. Magic does not exist. They also did the same thing with, I want to say, like, the first Paranormal Activity. I haven't seen the other ones. I know they had, like, 3 sequels or something, 4 sequels, but the first one was quite good. I suppose I would let you all in on my thinking regarding this matter. The criminal disappeared into the sky. I'd love to believe that. But I just can't wrap my head around how that could actually happen. You imbecile. Von Karma, you calling the judge an idiot, bro? You can't... Are you sure you want to do that? If you disregard a need for proof, Miss Von Karma's case is sound. However, I've got the feeling that this case is in dire need of more investigation. Thus, I will conclude today's proceedings at this point. It's an undisputed fact that the criminal left no footprint at the scene. Tomorrow, I want us to find out the reason behind this mystery of mysteries. Grr. I believe that's enough for today. Court is adjourned. Neat. Alright. Got more evidence now. December 29th, 2:33 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. I fuck with Jacob's Ladder. I've never heard of that one. Hey, sweeties, what in the world is going on? Well, I think we might be able to get you a not guilty verdict, Max. But we need more information. We gotta do more investigation. That's what I want to know. They say the criminal flew off into the air and disappeared. Max, I can't believe I'm asking this, but you didn't fly that night, did you? I know you didn't mean to ask me, so it's a fabulously stupid question. I can't fly whatever I please, it's not that easy. But it looks so effortless for you on stage. It's not that simple, I'm not actually flying on stage. I use invisible wires and have them hoist me through the air. Wow, you just told me the secret to your magic. No, I broke the first rule, the cardinal rule, the only rule! I'm sorry, Max. I made you break a magician's creed to never reveal the secret to their tricks. Nick, what do we do now? All we can do now is hope we find the flying criminal in court tomorrow. Great idea. Let's do our best and catch this sucker. Try. To be continued. Right now. It was an iconic psycho thriller. Vietnam Agent Orange. You can leave the war, but the war doesn't leave you. Ah, yes. PTSD. The gift that keeps on giving. December 29th, 3:03 p.m. Writing Co. Law Offices. Nick? What is it? Hi, Stardust. Hope you had a good weekend. We doing more lawyers today. I've got a confession to make. Something magic tricks. Wait, what? Magic tricks? Yeah, magic tricks are by the very definition tricks, right? But I can never figure out the tricks when I see them. That's because the tricks are performed by professionals. They do it so you can't guess the trick. But the trick Pearly showed me was incredible. Pearls did a magic trick? What kind of trick was it? It was a flashbang! She threw a flashbang! Let's see, it looked like she pulled the end of her thumb off. Oh my god. Got it. Fantastic. You got your white gem, and it was too small. That's rough, buddy. That's real rough. First, she put her right thumb next to her left hand, and then it just separated. She could move it up and down and everything. It was incredible. Really? Was it kind of like this? What? Wow, how'd you do that, Nick? You're like a real magician. See, this is why I just can't figure out magic. I'm no good at it. I need you to know. I think I've been playing too much Arbor or something, bro. I read the first part of that, I'm like, oh, this is like a fucking howitzer. Or you're describing a caliber of round. like a fucking, or like a fucking artillery battery or some shit, or a freaking gun on a ship. Oh Lord, bro, thinking about the 40 Mike. Yep. 40mm cannons. Oh my god. You said 25mm pearl, H309 flat back round pearl acrylic double cons, about the size of a quarter. And it was perfect size. Is that the one you were supposed to get, as opposed to the one that you got then? Especially hard tricks like flying away from the scene of the murder. You'll take all the fun out of magic if you keep trying to figure it out. Alright, Maya, what are we doing? I don't see any way out of this. We're stuck between a rock and a hard place. There's no way we can solve the mystery of a criminal flying by tomorrow. I was thinking, do you really think the criminal flew through the air? The only one who thinks that is Mo, right? He says that he saw it. It's true. Mo looked awfully serious when he said that, too. Do you think he might be trying to frame Max? If that was it, he would have simply said, I saw Max. That would have been enough. There's no reason why anyone would believe he flew. But what if the criminal really did fly? There's only one person who could do that. Max. I'm not helping my confidence here, Maya. Any ideas? Everyone seems to hate Max. Ben, Trillo, Mo, they all have nothing nice to say. The magician does seem rather full of himself, doesn't he? Especially when he says things like customers only go to the circus to see him. He even hit Ben over the head with a bottle. He did do that. He did in fact do that. We have the broken bottle. That's proof there. But what? Well, that doesn't seem enough to frame him into prison for murder. And it was proven that neither Ben nor Mo lied on the stand. Maybe Ben saw the ringmaster wearing Max's costume, but Mo clearly said that he saw Max himself. Ugh. Okay, well... do anything with that right now? Fine. Go to detention center. Oh, my sweeties. You mind hurrying up and getting me out of this place? We're doing our best, Max. Just hang in there. A little while ago, some people from a local TV station came by. He's fabulous, alright? Not quite Bonita, but he's getting there. And since I'm a famed magician, they said, let's make you your very own TV special. He's about to freak our minds. Really? What kind of TV special? Maximilian Galactica, The Great Prison Escape. It would be aired live. Hey, that sounds like it would be awesome. But if I do the special before I'm acquitted, they'll never let me out of here for real. Well, it would surely be an unnecessary addition to your troubles with the law. That's what I was thinking about. Sorry, that's what I was thinking, but the production staff is already working on the show. If you don't get me out quick, I'll have no choice but to stage a real prison break. Good lord. Movie night? It depends on the movie. I have to do some last minute editing so I can get this video out tomorrow. But after that, I'm free. And I have plenty of snacks. We did a snack run this weekend. We got snacks in the house now. You seem awfully calm about that possibility. Psychological horror? I'm in. I'd have no choice. It would be a contractual obligation. That's show business. Okay. Alright, Max. Let's talk, bud. About the night of the murder. You didn't happen to fly off into the sky, did you? Here's how everything went down, sweetie. At the time of the murder, I was sitting in the ringmaster's room. Not to mention, flying off into the sky is not just something I can do at will. I don't care what the stoogey clown says, it wasn't me. Max, do you mind teaching me the trick behind flying? You'll have to forgive me, sweetie. The difference between me and cheap imitation magicians is that I keep my mouth shut. Except for... maybe about... a couple minutes ago when you told us the trick? And how you do it with wires? But okay, sure. Whatever you say, Max. I don't teach people tricks, but I will say this much. It's much harder than you think. Okay. About today's trial. I was thinking about this in court today, and I've got a favor to ask of you. Anything for you, sweetie. Be friends with the other performers in the circus. Fabulous. A great joke. Why would I be friends with a bunch of hacks like them? But I've won on the world stage. I won the International Grand Prix. International Grand Prix? Performers should always look to perform on the world stage. But the performers at this circus are completely and utterly devoid of ambition. That is something that I simply cannot tolerate. Ambition, huh? Something about what Max just said rings true to my ears. Tell me more. Oh my sweeties want to hear all about the Grand Prix, don't they? To be honest though, I've told the story like 100 times already, so it's a bit boring. Sorry to make you tell it again. You must not have heard me. I am really sick of telling the story. But what can you do? I'm Maximilian Galactica. I suppose I can tell it again. Voila! Here, take a look at this. I just so happen to have a picture from the Grand Prix with me, Maximilian Galactica. Just look at that fabulous stage. That is the first stage that I ever flew on. I flew right over the audience. The crowd erupted into applause. At that time, I thought to myself that I could die right then and die a happy man. I'll never forget how I felt that night. The emotions. The acclaim. Wow. By the way, I think everyone who is a performer should get to experience that feeling. I just wish I could explain that to the other people in the circus. It's incredible, Max. I want a trophy too. Gotta learn some magic tricks, Maya. Hey Nick, how about you buy me a trophy? No. Not how you earn a trophy, Maya. My sweeties, you can have this picture of my triumph. Just make sure you show it to all the other members of the circus. Look and learn. That's what you should tell them. Learn how to get thrown in jail? Okay, we got a photo. Troopy Desu. May I post the keychain I ordered in general? Sure. Of course. Got a photo. There's nothing else to talk to them about. So I guess we go back to circus. The circus? The very big circus? Between my very big circus entrance. You hear that? Sounds like two people arguing. Alright, let's do it. Are you ready? Yes. Wait. Quit your whining. Let's give this a shot already. Alright, let's go. Row, row, row your boat. Row, row, row your boat. What are you doing? Gently down the stream. Come on, you know that. I'm trying my best, but Trillo, this isn't gonna work. Do you enjoy saying dumb things? You're gonna have to be on your own someday. You can't handle something as simple as this. What are you gonna do then? Hello, Ben. Hello to you too, Trillo. Posted, alright. What we got? That is adorable. Love it. I love it. That's adorable. Just like you. Alright, buddy. Trying to get a promotion. I see you. What are you doing here? Can't you see we're at a secret crash training course? I'm sorry? Secret crash training? Whoa. Yes, Trillo wouldn't give up until I said we try out his idea for a new routine. So, we were trying to sing it around for our new ventriloquism act. And around? You can really do that? That's incredible. See? Even they are surprised by the idea. I told you. They're not the only ones. You even surprised me with your idea. Once we got a grip on the basics, then it's just a matter of practice. You think so? Oh, I almost forgot. I wanted to give this back to you. Don't give them the evidence. Ah, there it is. Now that I've got this ring back, it's time to take one more shot at Regina. Oh, Maya, what have you done? What are you enabling, man? Stop! Stop it! I know that you already testified in court today. You want to talk about what we saw, right? Yes. Well, at first we thought it was the old man. Just looking at his walk and how he acted, right, Ben? Yeah, that's right. But then we said hello and didn't even get a reply. Not to mention that he was draped in those gaudy symbols. And what would you have thought if he wasn't wearing those symbols? What do you think, Ben? What? Oh, I would have thought it was the ringmaster. Something just isn't adding up here. I wonder who they really saw. Gotta ask about the freaking marriage. I was hoping I could ask you about Regina. I'm completely serious about her. That's why I'm waiting for her even now. Once again. She's a baby, bro. Stop it. Stop it. Really? That's so sweet. Maya, no it's not. No it's not. Stop it. If you really wanted to see Regina, shouldn't you check out the tent? Ha! You haven't got a clue about things, do you, sweetheart? Waiting like this is part of being in love. How so? If you had a clue, you would know that waiting is such sweet, wonderful torture. When your body aches for your partner's love, that's one of the best parts. Oh my god. Yeah, I knew that. Poor Maya. She's so red, she looks like a vine-ripe tomato. So how's the new routine working out? You two just take a chill pill already. Our routines are secret. We're gonna take the ventriloquism world by storm. It'll be a real revolution. Sounds incredible. Let me make one thing clear. We're not gonna take over the world just because that jerk said we would. Jerk. Max Galactica. A former should aim for the world. What does he think? Or who does he think he is? Brillo, you seem to really be fired up about all this. He needs to realize that this isn't the only one who can conquer the world stage. You're right, you're right. Mark my words, I, Trillo Quest, will win the Grand Prix. You're the man now, doll. Row, row, row your boat will be the key to a glorious victory. Not to rain in your parade, but wouldn't a more mature song be best? Hey, you gotta start somewhere, right? Don't screw this up. You gotta be a part of this too. God, brother. Yeah, I would like to show you something. Jeez. Would you mind taking a look at this? It's... I guess we won't need you to look at this after all. Damn. Never mind. To the big top. Huh? Where's Regina? Don't know, but if she's with that tiger, I don't want to find out. Let's hurry up and get out of here. Nick, you're kind of a chicken, aren't you? No. I'm just, allergic to wild tigers. Me too. Me too. Go in the office. Oh, cafe. Wait. Go to a cafe. Movie in 3 hours. 10. Yeah, that's fine. They still haven't cleaned this place up yet. If Pearly got one look at the state of this place, he'd slap whoever was in charge across the face. I mean to never invite her to my office. Oh my, make it 2 burgers. Oh god. But yeah, they didn't clean up. It looked the same as it was during the murder. We'll get a burger at the snack stand outside. Once we finish with the case. Alright, then let's get this over with, Nick. Here we go! There's the mute button when you need it. 30 dishes all over the place. Must have been too lazy to clean up after themselves. They weren't too lazy. Just for that, Nick, you and I gotta clean up for them. Why do we have to clean up? 1, because you were rude. 2, because I hate dirty kitchens. But this is a crime scene. You can't clean it up. We have to preserve it for evidence. You know I really hate dirty kitchens. Not as much as I hate cleaning dirty kitchens. Real. There's nothing on top of the stand. Here, Max is written on it. It must be a VIP table. You can still eat burgers, yes. I think these are mostly pizza here. What is this one? Bulletin board for bulletins. It doesn't look like there are any useful clues posted here. That's the same dialogue. Uh-huh. Kitchen's over there. Everyone must have taken turns cooking. There's a duty list posted. Wouldn't mind trying my hand at cooking for this many people. Buy its killer hamburger. You tried, wouldn't you? I'll let somebody else try it first. Okay, let's go to his office. Classroom. Oh, excuse me. Big old stretch there. Max and the Ringmaster had their talk in this room. Could have been when the Ringmaster put on Max's costume and went outside. Why did he do that anyway? Was he really that cold or something else? Why indeed, why indeed. No one is here. But there is a manila envelope. This was the table he used when almost said victims. When visitors came to see him. There's mud caked on the table. Someone with terrible manners must have put their shoes up on the table. Like, don't even think about providing a reenactment for me. I wasn't. How uncouth do you think I am, anyway? I mean, we see all this. Alright, well, we go to the dorms, the lodge, Jings. I mean, going over here. Ugh. Oh, hi, Gumshoe. You two, you look like you just got hit by a truck. Get some rest. They're gonna rest right now, pal. I've been listening to some crazy clown's life story. Oh no. Oh no. It seems you've met Mo, Gumshoe. What a character, that guy. Anyway, Miss Von Karmer told me to come down here and do this for her. Figure as much. Let me tell you something, pal. Listening to that old clown sucks all your energy. Every time he's done talking, he looks at you like you should be doing something. I think he's waiting for you to laugh at his jokes. I know that, pal. Do you have any idea how much your face hurts if you fake laughing that much? A lot. Francesca really set you up bad this time, didn't she? If you ask me, she should be listening to Mo herself. No way, pal. You're not gonna get me to backbite a woman with a whip? No way. Why are you defending her? Prosecutor Von Karma's always got her eyes on us. And every time you Oh, one of those. That's terrifying. And every time you definitely don't want her to show up, poof, there she is. Don't show up, don't show up, don't show up, don't show up, don't show up. Like she's wound him up pretty tight. She's directly above us as we speak. What? How's that possible? According to the clown, the culprit jumped from here and disappeared into the sky. That's what happened. It means the killer passed right by this window, pal. I see. Who lives in that room, behind the window up there? The acrobat's got his room up on the 3rd floor, it seems. Pretty smooth, Miss. Von Karma's gonna start her investigation up there. Oh goodness, so if you go up there, we're gonna run into her, eh? Okay, sure. Don't get any ideas of going up to the acrobat's room. Got it, pal? Jessica Von Karma. Once he's done with her investigation, I think I'll go up there and check it out. Mo is not here. If he was here, you would have been able to tell even before you stepped into his room. I'm sure you would have heard him laughing away. You think he's laughing at when he's all by himself? I always thought he was just thinking up new jokes. He must really love his work. Yeah, something like that. Kind of interested what this like bunched up brass contraption here in the corner is, but I can't examine that. Okay, I'll have to go back to the detention center then. Okay. Wait, someone's in the cafeteria? Oh, it's Mel. Right, welcome to the fabulous, the cafeteria. Nice, he's in an awfully good mood. Alright, you know what time it is, riddle time! Why does everyone cry when they eat Mexican pizza? Why? Come on, you can answer this, it's easy. Because cafeteria Mexican pizza is possibly a weapon of bowel destruction? Wrong. Try again. Okay, what do you think, girly? Oh, I got it. Okay, what is your answer? Because they are... Because they are in the cafeteria. Exactly. It's an incredibly sad place, that cafeteria. Okay. I did it. What's going on? He's being too nice. Where's my mouse? Today's trial. Today's been a really crazy day, hasn't it? It's way too bright in here. I had to turn this light off, sorry. You're telling me, I didn't think it was going to be so tough. Tough? Yeah, you're a tough crowd. That's what you call a clown. Sorry, that's what you call a crowd that refuses to laugh.
My favorite type!
I just sat back down. Take a sip of the water first. Alright. Stretch. Touch one leg. Touch the other leg. Touch your toes. Okay, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, for instance, it was such a tough crowd this morning I had to smash watermelons. Oh. I told them all a great story and even greater jokes, but no one busted out laughing. Even used the famed no shoes, no shirt, no service joke? Exactly. How can you not laugh at stunning comedy like that?
My favorite type!
Are you 100% sure about your testimony today? Yes. Yes, he is. I gotta sweep this floor. It's so dirty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all what I saw. I swear that creep just...
My favorite type!
I did this to myself. I made this reward. Flew through the air. It wasn't exactly flying per se. It was more like floating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The silhouette of his face made me positive was Max. I don't see the psyche lock. He must be telling the truth. Alright. So you gotta show you his picture then? Read about this. Oh, wrong button. Do not enter. Ah, not this picture. He showed it to you guys too. Huh? Seen it as well? Well, you know what they say about Maximilian Galactica. He really gets
My
around.
favorite type!
One, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 20. You've done 20. Oh yeah. You didn't just show me the picture. What do you mean? He showed me his bust too. Let me tell you, that thing's enormous. Oh, that? It's in the picture, I think. He'd make us worship it every day. He made us bow to his greatness. Got a big bust?
My favorite type!
I wouldn't mind hearing more about Max's bust. Not that I'm into that sort of thing. Who would you try to convince, Phoenix? Who are you trying to convince, bro? Alright, 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What else can I show you? The box? Box and his pepper? Don't know nothing about it. I don't know anything about that. I am a clown after all. I can see that Mo's a clown, but I get the feeling he's not your average clown. Nope, not at all. We know about the monkey. Alright. Oh, the bust. Yeah. Tell me. Max's bust should be on the small table over there. There's nothing over there. Really? Oh yeah. When was it? I'd say about 5 days ago, all of a sudden, the bust disappeared. It disappeared? If you want to see it, there's a photo on the bulletin board over there. Interesting. Max just had to put the picture up. Hey, this thing is really cool. Nick, I want someone to make a bust of me. Maya, we are broke. We don't have the money. Sure, as long as I'm not paying for it. Real Phoenix. Aw. Bronze bust taken from cafeteria before the crime. Max G bust. Got it. Is there anything else that's changed about this place? Nope. Nothing changed that I can see. I wonder if he's actually thinking about this or if he's setting up a bad joke. Nope. I'm drawing a blank here. White Mo's a good Mo in my book. Guess there really aren't any other things that haven't changed. That have changed, huh? Well, there is one thing. One teensy tiny thing that does seem different. Tell us. Well, on the morning of the crime, over on that bulletin board, this piece of paper was posted front and center. Piece of paper? It's torn, so I don't know what it said, but I could see its title. Yikes. It says, "To the murderer." Yep, that's what it says, but the rest of it has been ripped off. Man, I don't know who posted it. When did you find this? The morning before the murder. Before the murder? Yes, the ringmaster was killed the night after this paper was discovered. Night after. Interesting. Who in the world posted this thing? Posted in the cafeteria on the day of the murder. Dates to the murder. Got it. Okay, I think we better follow up on this important lead. Yeah, we should. Absolutely. Tell me. Wait, can I present? Yeah. I have to hit the button now to present, but there he is. Let me show you this. I can't stand Max and his attitude sometimes. I know. But lately... Huh? It's just, lately I've started to understand what he is always going on about. What is it then? Well, I'm not sure if I can explain it all that well just yet. Just, when you think it's impossible, Mo flashed a glimpse of maturity. Okay, sure. The morning of the murder, this was posted up on the bulletin board. That's around when Max clunked Ben over the head. Sorry, I hadn't remembered it until now. It was torn down before anyone really paid any attention to it. But you don't know what was written on it, do you? Unfortunately, I don't. Well, I bet you they would know. Where are they? Max and Ben. They were here before me that morning. Interesting. Okay. Thank you, Mo. I'll be going now. We got the entrance. Yep. Let's go entrance. Show you some things. Like this one. That's it. I see one needs to look at this after all. Okay, thanks. Thanks for nothing, Ben. What about this note? Would you mind taking a look at this? It's... What the hell, bro? Okay, well, we're gonna move. This is a big old nothing burger case. Keep it up here, so. Also, Ben is giving me nothing to work with. Alright, we're gonna show you your stuff, so... What about this bus? What happened to it? You were there. When it existed. What about this? Fabulous. Would you like me to sign this for you? What about this? Do you know anything about this note? The morning of the murder, it was posted on the wall. Cafeteria. I do know all about that note. When I read it, my heart certainly skips a beat. Heart skipped a beat? While I was enjoying my morning tea, the ringmaster and company entered the room. And company? I guess it wasn't really a company, it was just ringmaster and my sweetie pie. God, bro, stop. Please, dude. When the ringmaster read the note, he turned an incredible bright red. He was pissed. All of a sudden, he tore it off the wall and shoved it into the pocket of his tailcoat. Really? Out of curiosity, what in the world was written on that thing? Let's see. Uh-huh. Oh, I don't want to steal the fun from my sweeties. Go and find out on your own. I'm sure you can find it somewhere. Might as well ask to see my sweetie pie princess. Wait, what? No, I completely read that wrong. Holy shit. You might also want to ask my sweetie pie princess. Dr. Regina? So we have to find her then, yeah? Okay, back to the circus. To the big top. To the ringmaster. No? Damn it. Syria. Okay, then she's at the lodgings. Like she'd be at my freaking apartment. Bro, where's she at? In center? Yep. Wait, you said it's in the tailcoat? Wait. Did it miss? Of course it is. Of course it is. Oh my god. Okay. Right. Hey, do you see that? There's a scrap of paper shoved into the pocket of the tailcoat. You know, I got a feeling I know what that is. Bet that's the other half of the note that Mo gave us. Let's hurry up and check this thing out, Nick. I knew it. It fits perfectly with the other piece. What does it say? What does it say? The murderer. I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Meet me at 10 p.m. tonight at the Lodging House Plaza. Rest. Night at 10 p.m. That's when a murder took place. There it is. And we need to find out who called out the ringmaster. Note added or updated. Turned by one by the ringmaster found in Telco. Alright, plant. More lawyers today. We're doing some investigation. To the murderer, you haven't forgot what happened 6 months ago, have you? Have conclusive evidence of what took place, maybe at 10 p.m. tonight at the Lodging House Plaza. Alright. Gonna... Ah, wrong one. What about this? Fabulous. You'd like me to sign this for you? God, okay. Thanks for nothing. You dingus. Got the points, but I can't remember what game I was gonna use it all. Yep. Tragic. I remember you saying Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater a while ago. I don't know if that's changed though. Back to circus. The logic? Logic. Oh shit, Gumshoe's back. Hey detective, I'm sure you did a good job as usual. Well, I'm done with the investigation of the acrobat, finally. What, with Miss Von Karma? Nick? What is that? What is that beeping sound? Miss Von Karma. What? Every time I hear that sound, she's usually not very far behind. Some sort of pager or something. You don't mind, pal? I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Quick. See you, pal. Didn't know that Gumshoe could run that fast. So much for being a flatfoot! Okay. I've seen a grown man so afraid of a girl still in her teens. Let's go inside. It's freezing out here. The wind is biting us. How dare you whip Maya, bro? What's wrong with you? As biting as lashes from a whip. Von Karma. She really did appear. It was a real battle today in court, wasn't it, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You have to jump out and scare us like that? What can I do for you? Tomorrow will be the day my dream finally comes true. Lose? You mean the story might have feed into your hands, making it national news? The other way around? National news, you pose such a small sense of scale. Do I? The global news, Mr. Phoenix, right? You miserable plight. Your miserable plight will be known internationally. Rude. I think she might be overestimating the importance of a win by just a smidge. I can talk to you, I suppose. Tomorrow's trial. Miss Von Karma, it appears you got your hands on something big, huh? Huh, I'm amazed you picked up on that much. Anyone could. You couldn't hide that look of victory with 10 paper bags in your head. I've got conclusive evidence and a conclusive witness. Need any more hints? Conclusive witness. Must be in an acrobat, right? I'm putting in the summons for him to be called as a witness as we speak. It's the final nail in the coffin, Mr. Right? Is it? Yeah. I'll get it, alright? I get it. Excuse me. You want to destroy me. To beat and destroy me. All I can do is shake my head at this point, brother. I can't worry about her. I've got to try and find out more information myself. Calm down. Revenge! Why do you keep giving Nick the evil eye? It doesn't matter if you prove the defendant guilty tomorrow. Nothing will be able to bring your dad back. My dad? You must mean the esteemed Manfred von Karma. Of course, your dad. I know you miss him. Enough out of you. One more word and you'll get a mouthful of whip. Oh, but at least she's giving fair warning. Now, when did I ever bring my papa's name in this or any other conversation? Then what's this revenge thing you're talking about? You wouldn't understand, Mr. Phoenix, right? I have to see him again. One more time. Him? I'm sure you know to whom I refer. Miles Edgeworth. Metal Gear Solid Remake. Alright. So, tomorrow? Question mark? Tomorrow? Tomorrow, Thursday, Wednesday, Friday? Tomorrow. Okay, cool. What up for you? What? Edgeworth. Mr. D. Edgeworth? D. Mr. Edgeworth? Miles, Edgeworth. Miles Edgeworth. Why'd you even bring him up? You haven't forgotten, have you? Do you know who it was that trained the gifted prosecutor Miles Edgeworth? My papa. Manfred von Karma. Exactly right. It was my papa. That means that Edgeworth was like your brother. Right again. Miles was like a little brother to me. Oh my god. Okay. Sure. Little brother. But like... Miles is like Phoenix Wright age, bro. He's like 25, 26. What do you mean little brother? You're the younger sibling. What do you mean? Stepbrother. Oh my god. Little brother, but Edgeworth and Nick are the same age. Edgeworth. There he is. The man who inspired me to become an attorney. Fought against him in a few cases. But little after that, case was over. He vanished. It's your fault he's gone. What? The truth, isn't it, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Nick, what does she mean? I don't... Edgeworth's deaf? What? Huh? What? He's not actually dead, right? This is he's being hyperbolic, right? Edgeworth was never quite the same after that case. And then with the case after that one, he never set foot in court. He never set foot into a court again. And in one day, just vanished. All he left was a simple note at the prosecutor's office. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. What the fuck? That was 1 year ago. It was a few months after you left to go back home. Edgeworth, he's dead? I don't believe it. I don't believe it either. He's still alive, I'm sure of it. Somewhere in this world, he's still alive. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. Of course he did. You ruined his reputation as a prosecutor. You effectively killed the prosecutor in him. Just like your victory muddied the honorable name of Von Karma. Yeah, honorable, sure. Let me say... Going to find him. And then, I'm going to teach him his rightful place with my own two hands. Whatever that means. Nick, about Mr. Edgeworth. I already told you this once. Don't make me do it again. Don't bring up his name in front of me again, okay? Nick? Miss Von Karma? What? I don't know if you're God's gift to prosecutors or not, but I've had about enough for you, and him too. What? What in the world happened? This dog is all bark and no bite. He's already been defeated. Regardless, I have nothing to inform you two of today. Tomorrow will be the greatest courtroom battle this country has ever seen. Nick? Let's go. We need to talk with the reformer on the 3rd floor. Sorry I brought it up, Nick. Oh my goodness, okay. Are you in the wheelchair, bud? Okay. Lodging house, Acro's room. You must be Phoenix Wright. Yes. Pleased to meet you. I'm Ken Dingling. Okay. But here at the circus, everyone just calls me Acro. Mr. Acro? How do you know my name? The detective told me. He said you'd definitely show up here. Acro, you're a member of the circus as well? That's right. I mainly performed on the tightrope, or the flying trapeze. But nowadays, all I perform in is my wheelchair. It's real tragic, homie. What happened? Acro, why did you join the circus? When I was a kid, my parents failed miserably at business. Then one night, they decided to run away from it all, without me. Damn, dude! The only person who was willing to take my parents' place was the ringmaster. The ringmaster took such incredible care of me, he was truly a lifesaver. Seems like the ringmaster was truly a saint. He was, and that's why I decided to do something very important. I decided that I would devote my entire life to finding a way to repay him. Now, look how someone repaid him for all the good in his life. Such a shame. Sometimes I think that he was almost too kind. Perhaps he was too kind to his performers. Perhaps he was too kind to his daughter. I wonder if he spoiled Regina. Absolutely. Regina's so cute. She's truly a princess. Truly a princess? Are you sure that's a good thing? Do I detect a hint of a grudge against Regina? Sorry to ask, but why are you in a wheelchair? The nerves in my legs were badly damaged. Can't walk now? I can't even stand now. Since I live on the 3rd floor, I can't even leave this building by myself. Damn, okay. That's awful. The accident happened during the acrobatic section, right? Yes, locks. Psyche locks. Doesn't seem like Acro's injuries were acrobatic in nature. What's in your mind, Mr. Knight? Well, exactly when were you injured? It's been almost 6 months since I was hurt. I injured my legs during practice. 6 months ago? What in the world went on at this circus then? I stopped by yesterday and noticed that you weren't in your room. I was at the hospital all day yesterday. You went out there for rehabilitation? What about the murder? Of course I knew about it. I spoke with the police before they allowed me to go to the hospital. Before I got the call from the prosecutor, I was convinced that it was all a dream. Huh. I just couldn't believe it when I saw what I saw. You saw? Jeez, that sounded really ominous. What did you see, Acro? That night, I was in bed sleeping when I heard a huge sound coming from below my window. I see, the scene of the crime is right below your window. That's when I looked out the window. What did you see? Oh boy. He was flying straight up into the air. He? Maximilian Galactica. What? That's what I thought he'd say. You're absolutely positive that it was Max you saw flying. I'm absolutely sure. There's no doubt in my mind. Nick. Okay, buddy. Say that, but... Actually, I want to ask you about a couple things here. I'll be right back. Get another beverage. I am running dry here. I'm out of water. Okay. So I have a couple questions to ask you, Mr. Acro. First of all, what do you think about my badge here? I don't know why Maya's asking, but what do you think about this? I'm sorry, but in my present physical condition, I don't really know much about what goes on outside of this room. Oh, we're sorry. Don't worry about it. No need to apologize. There's your photo. Acro, please take a look at this photo for us. No problem. Ah, this is how it ended for him. Such a shame. Seems awfully calm, but his eyes have a look of sorrow and profound pain. My legs weren't like this. I would have been able to prevent this from happening. That's an absolute certainty. Macro. Maximilian Galactica, right? You have to forgive me, but I try not to think about him. Macro won't even look at it. Looks like something is really weighing on him. I didn't expect that to do anything. What about the monkey? Money is a great friend to me. That pile of treasure over there is his collection, huh? It is indeed. Money will bring anything back with him. So cute. Yeah, I'm not great with the ladies, but I seem to be pretty popular with the animals. A box. Nothing there. What about this? What's this? That's what we want to know. It was posted in the cafeteria the morning before the murder. In the cafeteria. What happened? He suddenly looks incredibly serious. It's got something to do with her, and you should go straight to the source. Her? Regina, ask her about it. Interesting. Want to know about Max? Well, his colleagues in the circus all seem to hate him. So where does that leave you, Acro? What about you? I've got my issues with him as well. But he just also happens to have a diamond shining in his soul. Diamond shining in his hole? I guess you could say it is his pride as a performer. We didn't have that pride in ourselves before Max arrived. Honestly, I think he brought something wonderful to the circus when he came. Acro. Guy is really different from the other members of the circus. You know what, Ben? I was hoping you could shed some light on Ben? Well, he'll always be here. And as long as he's here, he really could only continue to be a ventriloquist. Whether that's a good thing for him or not, I'm afraid I can't really say. You know what, Von Karma? Right, I just realized who you remind me of. You're just like this prosecutor. What? You and the prosecutor have the same glint in your eyes. You're joking, right? You think I'm like that whip-carrying demon? Whoa, no need to get so hostile about it. You two may view things from very different perspectives for now, but you both see the world through the same color-tinted glasses. I know it because when I look at people, their eyes are the only thing I can believe in. Nick and Miss Von Karma, huh? No. Lately I've been confined to this room, so I don't have a clue what's going on outside Circus. What do you think about Maya? Yeah. Alright, Regina. Regina. She's cool, isn't she? And can you believe such a cute girl is an animal tamer? It seems animals are not the only thing she tames. Interesting. Huh? Max, the ringmaster, Ben. She's got them all under her thumb. What do you mean by that? Maybe I went a bit overboard. It's just Regina's innocence. She was incredibly sheltered as a child. I'd say it seems that way. That's why she can't... Whoa, that's why she can be so cruel. Okay. What? Gina is just like the animals she claims to tame. Innocent, though she can be cruel. Hear what happened between Echo and Regina. Also, the Ringmaster, he was even more than a father to me. When he took me in, the circus was in bad shape. It was obvious that he had no real way of supporting us. What does he mean by us? Is that why he started with acrobatics? Back then, I was the only 9-year-old. Sorry, I was only 9 years old. I begged the Ringmaster to let me try, and he finally gave in. Having a kid in the circus is probably the last thing in the world that he wanted. I just wanted to be helpful, so I could help the Ringmaster. It's a nice story. How old are you? You're 26. Yeah, you're a year older than Phoenix. What do you know about Mo? The Ringmaster really believed in Mo, 100%. Well, what happened to the circus now that the Ringmaster's gone? The beginning of the Lawrence Curls era, I suppose. Wonder if he's really alright to let Mo run the show. Mr. Wright, you don't know much about Mo, I suspect. You can see right through me. Oh, Nick, you can't let him get to you like that. You're an attorney. I'm an ace attorney. King Dingling seriously injured both legs while training 6 months ago. What you tell me about yourself? I can't believe what happened to the Ringmaster. Such a wonderful man. What a pity. I have no clue what to do with my life now. But I'm sorry. The circus meant everything to me. But don't worry about me. There are still things that I have left to do in this world. Cool, man. Well, we got the side lock thing that we gotta deal with. Sorry, Psyche lock. So we'll get back to you in a bit. Let's talk to some other folks, ask some more questions. Tell me what's really going on. That does nothing for me. What do you know about Echo? Jeez, thanks, Ben. Thanks for freaking nothing, man. Harder than I expected. Anyway, big top. Grrr. Got a bad feeling about this. Grrr. Tiger. Whoa, Nick! Wonderful. Today's special must be Filet-O-Phoenix. Stay, heal! Oh, Maya, Nick, it's you guys. I'm sorry, I guess I made a mistake. Tee-hee. A mistake? Yeah, a little one. I was thinking of teaching whatever primate was out there a lesson, but I was expecting more of a monkey than a human. A monkey? What do you know about your papa? It's a pity about what happened to the Ringmaster. Dad? Everyone loved him, didn't they? He must have been quite the man. He was. I love my dad so much. I hate to say it, but she doesn't seem that broken up about her father. Why I feel so lonely, now that I won't be able to see him for a while. I don't think she's okay, man. For a while. Yeah. When Leon died, I talked to my dad and he told me that when someone dies, they just become a star in the heavens. Oh yeah, I'll drink to that. A star? That means that my dad He's looking down on me from the sky. That's why I love the night so much. I can see everyone who's gone. If someone dies, they become a star in the heavens. Kind of sweet. But I bet you there's no way that Maya believes that. What do you mean there's no way I believe that? Do you think that one day I'll be a star too? Of course. You really think so? Yeah, you will. I think. I got a feeling that everyone is doing great up there in the sky. Wonder if everything's alright with Regina. Nope. No, it is not. What do you know about money? Just to go back and clear something up, why do you want to teach Money a lesson? Because he's a meanie. He's got something that means a lot to me. Something that means a lot to you. Must be something shiny, right? Actually, it's a stage costume. It's got lots of spangles. It's really beautiful. You should see it. You should? When the costume gets hit by the spotlight, it dazzles. Hey, Mr. Attorney. Huh? If you saw that monkey, you'd get my costume back from me, wouldn't you? It's really important to me. Yeah, I'll get it for you. Leave it all up to us. There's just no turning down this request. Yeah, you really gonna do it? Yeah, I guess so. Good choice. Also, monkey. He just loves to cause nothing but trouble. Cute little monkey. But don't you think using a tiger to scare him is a bit much? True. Everybody wants something from Phoenix, bro. Huh? Why is that? Do you really have the axe? It's dangerous to use a tiger for that kind of thing. It's not dangerous at all. Regent's just a little kitten. Yeah, a kitten, sure. I've seen plenty of kittens, and that's no kid. God, what do you know? You don't know about the box? He doesn't know what that is. What about this bottle of pepper? That's pepper, isn't it? From the cafeteria? Huh? It's from the cafeteria? It's not? I've never seen it there. So this was the cafeteria's pepper. You know, I'm not a big fan of pepper. I'm sure this will be very important later. When is it Phoenix time? Or even better, alone time with Von Karma. No, bro. Phoenix only has eyes for Edgeworth, and they're going through a rough patch right now. There's no denying it. Max is cool. I want to try flying someday with Max. He's already flown off into our own little world. Nick, I want to try flying too. Okay, I'll think about it. I'll think about it, sure. No denying it, Max is cool. I want to try flying someday too. Okay. Should I show her this? Yeah. Regina, have you ever seen this before? Oh, I know what that is. Really? Well, it was in my pocket for a while. What? It was in your pocket? This piece of paper. In your pocket. I guess I noticed it was in there around breakfast time? Breakfast time. Yeah, I always take Akro's breakfast in the morning. That's when I also take out the trash in his room. Interesting. Okay. Alright. We're gonna have to see how this plays out. My mind is moving a mile a minute here. Bunch of theories. Then I'll go to the cafeteria and eat my own breakfast. That's when you realize the piece of paper was in your pocket. Yep, but since I'm not a murderer, I just figured it belonged in someone else's pocket. And then what? I wondered if the person who lost it was in trouble, so... Did put it on the bulletin board in the cafeteria, did you? I did. I stuck it up there. How'd you know? So it was Regina who put it up there. When did this happen? The morning of the murder, I think? That explains a lot. I wonder who wrote this. Found in Regina's pocket on the morning of the crime. Yay! Thoughts of Ben? Thoughts? Oh, that guy. His name is, Ben, right? You don't know him? I don't know. He didn't really catch my eye. He's friends with Trillo, though, right? Wait, we're the ones asking questions here. Thoughts on Mo? He's been a good friend of my dad for a very long time now. My dad always said, when it comes to who I can trust in circus to do, it's definitely Mo. Yep, that clown is one lovable stooge. In the pocket, stuck it in the pocket. No comment. Okay, Acro. Thoughts on Acro. Oh, it's Acro. Is he in his room today? Yes, he is. We just came back from meeting with him. I hope his legs get better soon. I don't think that's happening, Regina. I'm sorry. Acro's so incredible, especially on the trapeze. Trapeze is that enormous swing hanging from the top of the tent, right? Yep, that's it. I really want to see him up there again. Acro the Acrobat. Strange. Acro doesn't seem to have very many nice things to say about Regina. But Regina seems to like Acro just fine. Getting strange. Stranger and stranger. Where's my Fursona? Retired. Retired. Something smells fantastic. So we know it can't be Mo. Wait, I know what it is. It's a burger. It's burgers. Hello, hello. Welcome to the Bistro du Cirque. Bistro du Cirque. Excuse me. AKA the cafeteria. It smells so good in here, and those burgers look great. She's drooling like she's some sort of crazed burger monster. You mean Grimace? You mean Grimace in the Hamburglar? My burgers are the best. Juicy meat, toasted buns, special sauce. They are absolutely irresistible to anyone with a hankering for a burger. One bite will send you into hamburger heaven. Like that, I can tell by the smell. Whoa, I'm getting hungry too. Wait, those burgers must have some kind of special power. Can I have a burger? Now that the remaster is gone, what are you gonna do? That's all I've thought about the past 2 days. Everyone loved Russell. Heard Acro's story, haven't you? Like how he was adopted when he was younger? He's calmed down a bit now, but he was livid when he heard about the murder. Acro was so upset that he said he couldn't go on. Was that upset? Yes, he was. Anyways, I gave it some thought. Maybe I should give up on trying to be a half-baked clown. I've been thinking of trying on the ringmaster's shoes. What, really? Max would still be an issue, though. Max? Maybe a bit mean and hard to work with, but it's hard to argue his importance. Probably the reason the circus is still around. A lot of what he says is right. Oh. All that's left is to see if everyone can get over the tragedy. You know? Tragedy? No? What is he talking about? Get over what tragedy, Mel? Huh? Don't worry about it. Nothing at all. Must mean the tragic death of the ringmaster, right? Yes, that's it. You're right, girly. Dang, dang, dang. Correctamundo. Doesn't he mean ding? Mo, I mean no disrespect here, but are you lying to us? No, not at all. What makes you think that? Just the way you said if everyone can get over the tragedy seemed a bit strange. It sounded like you were talking about something from a long time ago. Mo, I'm right, aren't I? Oh god, another psyche lock? So now we're getting closer to the truth. It was about 6 months ago. Just a little accident. Give me a break. Us old men have accents. I wear big pants for a reason. 6 months ago, huh? Okay. I think I'm starting to put things together here. Thoughts on this? Where'd you find the rest of the note anyway? Actually, best if I didn't tell Mo where we found it. Don't worry about it, Mo. If I didn't need to worry about it, you shouldn't have shown it to me. Yeah. Just a clown. He's always been a very private guy. When he came here, he was only about 10 years old. They just started the very big circus around the time that Russell took him in. These are real hard memories to bring up. Akron was so happy to have joined the circus. He was especially grateful to the ringmaster, and I'm sure he's grateful to you too. What? He's grateful to me, too? Oh shucks, you guys are exaggerating. He's fidgeting around so much, you can tell he's embarrassed. Alright, buddy. Need to talk to a couple more people. Go back up here to your room. What's this? That's what we want to know. Okay, nothing more to add. Okay, you. We're gonna check out the detention center, and then if we don't get anything from that, I think we go back and talk to Mo again. He must have taken Max in for questioning again. There really isn't anything that we need to ask him right now anyway. You're right, I guess. Alright, let's go then. Well, never mind. I guess we go and talk to Mo. Big top. Then cafeteria. And then hey Mo. It's time to tell the truth. Get over it. Mo, please tell us what happened 6 months ago. What in the world went on at the circus? Okay, there's no need to look so scary when you ask me. Hey, look over there, some juicy burgers, let's eat instead. Fortunately, I'm more of a grilled chicken Sammy type of dude. Actually, I kinda got an idea of what happened back then. Mo, you said something about an accident. This wouldn't happen to be the cause of that accident, would it? Cause of the accident. I don't think we have. I don't think we have it. Okay, there's something here. The only other place I haven't been is to Mo's room. Of course. Of course. Okay, there it is. December 29th, lodging house first floor, Mo's room. Mo's not here. What's that? I hear something. Stop it, Nick. You scared me. Monkey! Nick, it's money. That monkey's holding something. That's it. That's the thing that means a lot to Regina, remember? Alright, time to take on this monkey, attorney style. Give it back, monkey brain! That means a lot to Regina. A real man wouldn't make a little girl cry. I tried to have a man-to-man talk with him. He really did it. No, man-to-man isn't really accurate. It was more like man-to-monkey. The monkey has the one piece of evidence. I see what you did there. Nick, you... I swiped all my money, was distracted. Wow, really on the ball today, Nick. Let me see. You can see it 5 from where you're at. You know what I mean, I really want to try on Regina's costume. Maybe then they'll take you in at the circus so I can get some peace and quiet. What's the matter now? It doesn't fit me at all. Oh well, guess it's time for you to lay off the burgers. Damn, Phoenix! Not to mention, it doesn't look like something any girl I know would actually wear. Shiny spangled vest. It's not my size at all. Why is that in the... Why is that in the record, bro? Is that important? Okay, so what? We go back and talk to Regina then? Big top. Check this out. Here you go, Regina. Yay, thank you. You really got it back for me. Don't mention it. I love you, Mr. Attorney. Uh-huh. It's nothing. One of the guys melted mush in front of this girl. Come on, Phoenix. Professional. Hey, Regina. That costume is yours, right? I tried it on, but it didn't fit me. Huh? This costume? This isn't mine. It was Leon's. Leon's? You know, the lion she told us about? Alright. That lion's name is Regent. First of all, the one that someone killed. Wait, she told us about... When did he tell us about another lion? I must have missed that. That must have been last stream. Killed the lion. You tell me about Leon? Leon, he was killed, wasn't he? That's right, my dad killed him. Why? Well, Leon did something really bad during practice. Where she's lying about it. Very punny, sir. Very punny. During practice, Leon was sitting down and then he opened his mouth. You know, grar. Uh-huh. Usually when he did that, I would put my head into his mouth. Did he try and freaking bite your head off? Wait, you put your head in the lion's mouth? I sure did. People in the crowd always love seeing me do that. They'd always start screaming. Sure they were screaming because they love seeing you do that? Anyway. What's the bad thing? Oh yeah, Leon bit someone during that practice. Gina, everything was alright though, right? No, it wasn't alright. That was the problem. My dad was incredibly angry. That's when Leon... Yeah, that's when he became a star in the sky. Oh my god. What, bro? Poor thing. The Animal Show's lion, shot by the ringmaster 6 months ago for biting a performer. Okay. For some reason, I feel like it's the piece of information we needed, so we're trying to get. Guess he bit the bullet. Why, bro? Why are you like this? Alright, Mo, what happened 6 months ago? Hey, look, juicy burgers. I'm a grilled chicken sandwich man. Accident. This wouldn't happen to be the cause of the accident, huh? This lion? Yep, that was it. I heard a little bit about it from Regina, you see. Leon made a mistake during the practice, right? How did you... I told him so many times. You shouldn't be doing such dangerous acts. Like putting her head inside Leon's mouth, right? Yeah, but Regina believed in Leon. Believed so strong that the ringmaster went along. He never could say no to her. Out of curiosity, who was bitten? Come on, Mo. Don't climb up on me now. Who did Leon bite on the head? Well, I promised I wouldn't say anything. Promised? He's involved in this too. Well, Mo must be talking about... Oh, is this the person that you promised you wouldn't say anything? It's him. Seriously injured both legs on 20 months ago. Him. It's him! Must have been Akra, right? How did you know? Don't worry, Mo. I'm an attorney. Getting to the bottom of his accident may help solve what happened to the ringmaster. No way. I need to know the truth about what happened to Russell. Please, tell me what you know. Sorry, Acro. That wasn't even a full heal. Alright. Just like you said, you know, the accident. Someone die? No, but it would have probably been better if he had. What? How would that have been better? He's still alive. But when he got bit, he suffered massive brain damage. It would never become... Oh god, it would never recover from the coma he's in? Coma. All he does now is lie in his bed at the hospital. And that's all he's ever going to be able to do. I see. How is he related to Akra? He's his brother. Oh, shit. Huh. Person who got bit was Akra's brother. Brother. They were an acrobat team, brothers. Acro and Bat. Cute nicknames, I thought. Anyways, they were an incredible team, cut down together in their prime. Who was Akra's younger brother? Sean Dingling, but everyone always called him Bat. He fell in love with Regina, trying to win her love was his downfall. Everyone seems to fall in love with Regina. 6 months ago, while we were practicing, all of a sudden, Bat blurts out, "Let me perform at Leon." Why'd he do that? I don't know, but that's what caused the accident. I'll never forget that moment. It was so strange. Leon had the weirdest look on his face. He was smiling. You mean Leon? Yes, Leon. When he bit down, he was smiling. Some sick grin. No way. That's impossible. Smirking lion. A flying murderer. Why does it seem that it's always Mo who catches all these incredible events? Nick? Can lions smile? We never told the police about the incident. The circus would have been shut down if we had. The next day, the ringmaster took Leon out and shot him with a rifle. So that's what really happened. Well, you guys were so serious, what was I supposed to do? I had to tell you. But all this truthfulness has put me in the mood for a burger. Here, you two have some pepper. Sucker, 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 sucker. Goes again, acting like his normal crazy self. Achoo! Achoo, achoo! Nice, what a wonderful sneeze. You think so? Sneeze with pepper and slip on a banana peel. That's basic cloudsmanship. Girlie, I know you gotta understand. I think I'll make a good clown. You're already a clown, Maya. Other than Regina, I've never seen a cuter sneeze. Does Regina sneeze with pepper too? Sure, she does. Bat would always tease her with pepper. Bat. From my point of view, those two always look so perfect together. Look perfect together, huh? Interesting. 22. 26. Once again, 16. Okay. Well, thanks, Mo. What do you think about this person? Sorry. Sorry? I've already given my heart to another man. So I'm not interested in enrolling in your dating service. Regina, what? Just wanted to know if you knew the person. Alright, well, I'm sure I know where to go from here, right? We go back to the room. This one isn't even a pun. Your brother is in a coma, Acro. Oh my god. Mr. Wright, back again, I see. Oh, he did say I'll be back. Wait, or was that someone else? That was the Terminator. That was the T-1000. Well, back because Eck was hiding while his legs were injured. He was hurt in the accident 6 months ago. It seemed that he knows that we know. Well, it seems you've got things you want to talk about so far away. I would like to show you this picture of your brother, I know. Lately I've been confined to this room, so I don't have a clue what's going on with the circus. That's literally your brother! Okay, bud. You know what's crazy? Check this shit out. You're gonna talk one way or another. About the wheelchair. I have to ask you, how were you injured? I'm sorry, I thought we talked about this. It was an accident that happened during practice. An accident during practice, huh? Yes, unfortunately acrobatics are prone to all sorts of injuries. He's lying. If that were the real cause, he'd have no reason to keep it secret. Acro, are you really telling me that a practice accident was the cause of your injury? Leon? Or the lion? Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. Whatever you doing with that one? Leon. 6 months ago, you were attacked by the lion. That's when you were injured. You know I'm on the right track. I just need to keep going. You're saying that I was attacked by a lion. That's what I'm saying. Oh, yeah, you know what? He might have seen that his brother gotten bit, and he went and attacked him. Or tried to help him, and a lion was swatting at him and shit. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright, but I'm an acrobat. I'm no animal tamer. If a lion was coming at me, I'd be running for the exit. And maybe attacked is not the best word to be used. But let me rephrase that as battled the lion. You seem to enjoy telling jokes. Why would I decide to battle a lion? Because you had to fight it. You had to fight it to save someone. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Bat. It was a shame what happened to your brother 6 months ago. You tried to save him, didn't you? And that's how you got that terrible, terrible injury. Mo, he must have told you. And yes, we learned about Bat from Mo, but he didn't mention anything about you in regards to the accident. I suppose it was just a slip of the tongue on his part, and that's how I figured it out. Slip of the tongue. Anyways, they were an incredible team, cut down together in their prime. Cut down together. That was where he slipped, and that's how I figured it out. You two ended up at the center of the same accident together, like always. See. But an accident is an accident, it wasn't anyone's fault. I still haven't broken Acro's last psyche lock. This must be one incredibly deep-seated secret. It wasn't anyone's fault. Do you care to explain more? Acro, I know you're still hiding something from me. Maybe someone you don't seem to like much is the reason you've been invasive. Regina? Regina. You always seem calm and collected until you start talking about her. Saying things like she is cruel. Well done, Mr. Attorney. You've got quite the set of eagle eyes. You know, her tiger's trying to attack me. Regina tried to attack you? Or sorry, Regent tried to attack you? Twice. Ha! He wasn't serious, I'm sure. You're not trying to insinuate that I believe she spurred on Leon to attack Bat, are you? Leon was never taught a command to attack people. What does the scouter say about the lion's power level? It's lower than Farmer with a shotgun, apparently. Because you got taken out by one. Regina isn't capable of doing anything like that. Besides, Regina had no reason to want to hurt my little brother. Regina and Bat were such good friends back then. Or it was a very strong rifle. Also true. Very possible. They never said it wasn't a 50 cal. That feels like overkill. That feels like overkill, bro. But you still hate Regina. And I got proof of it. What? What are you talking about? Maybe I overdid it again. But if I can hand something over to Acro, maybe it'll... Here's proof that you had it out for Regina all along. The note? Really the note, right? Yes. This. Where'd you get it? Regina posted it on the bulletin board in the cafeteria. Before that, it was in her pocket. I guess I noticed it was in there around breakfast time. I always take Acro's breakfast in the morning. You wrote this, and did you put it in her pocket? That's right, isn't it? That's right. Well done, Mr. Right. So they don't call me Mr. Wrong. Buddy. Now you tell me? My legs were injured by Leon. 6 months ago. My younger brother Bat had a dare with Regina. Dare? An absurd dare. I can put my head inside of Leon's mouth like you do. You have to go to the movies with me on a date. I cannot stress this enough. 16. 22. What is wrong with these people, bro? That's insane! Didn't you know how dangerous that is? We all thought he was being stupid too. That line was very old to begin with, and age brought with it countless experience in doing that very trick. Unfortunately, this particular time, I guess Leon wasn't ready or willing. And that's when the accident happened. He just wanted to take her out to the movies. Poor Bat. When Leon chomped down, I jumped towards him. Then Leon attacked me, and that's how I ended up... What about Bat? He's still in a coma. I went to the hospital yesterday to visit him. I see. I'm still waiting for him to open his eyes again. That's the reason why I keep going. Bat and Regina. They were such great friends. Oh yeah, I wanted you to take a look at this. What is it? This is the scarf my brother was wearing when Leon attacked him. Gross, it's covered in blood. This scarf was a present from Regina to my brother on the day of the attack. Huh. When he did it, he looked like he was smiling. He? Leon, obviously. Oh. When he bit down on Bat's head. The expression on Leon's face looked like a grin. I think he was sneezing, and that's why we have the pepper. Nick. I know. Mo said the same thing. What do you think it all means? I'll be taking that scarf if you don't mind. Don't you? On karma. I've already heard everything, so hand over the scarf. The scarf is evidence in a trial. That is for me to decide. I think we should begin our preparations now, Acro. Preparations? I've served a summons to Acro to appear in court tomorrow as a witness. Acro will talk more at the prosecutor's office. Acro, a witness? Come, Acro. Let's go to the office. Yes, ma'am. Oh boy, here we go. It begins. Now what do we do, Nick? How are we gonna handle it tomorrow? Don't worry about it. I'll figure something out. Look at you, all full of confidence. You must have found something you can use. This is all beginning to come together now. To be continued. Okay. I don't know if we can do that. We might be able to. I think it's probably split. I think we get to like recess and then we're gonna have to call it. December 30th, 9:41 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 5. Good morning, Max. Oh yeah, good morning, sweeties. You don't seem like your usual sparking self today. I'm always like this before I go in front of an audience. I'm working up to it. Gee. Don't get nervous, Maxie. Here, have a glass of milk. What? Regina. Cards. How fabulous, my sweetie pie princess. You came to watch my performance today. Of course I did. Mel told me that I should come and watch this. Mel said that? What kind of performance will you put on today? I guess... Well, let me guess, you'll fly at the end. Yes, you'll fly straight to jail. It's not that kind of show. Isn't that right, my sweeties? What? I think my sweetie pie princess doesn't... Yeah, she doesn't seem to realize what's going on, or even where she is. Well, Max, it looks like it's time to raise the curtain. I'll see you later. Today I'm just a member of the audience. Fabulous. Enjoy yourself out there. Good luck, Max. You're the best. The best. The best. The best of me. Regina's different, don't you think, Nick? Top of the morning to you. Hi, Mo. Everybody, let's get ready to get stuck in legal limbo. How low can you go? Mo? Top of the morning to you, Governor. Top of the morning. That's a ticket. Attacking the day starts with energy in the morning. The early bird gets the worm, but then again, worms like higher brain function. Okay. Here, Max, I brought you a present. Have some milk. Oh my, thanks. So, how are you today, right? Well, I've got the feeling that today I'm gonna face off against the real culprit. You mean Acro? Huh? You think he did it? Be careful. He's used to putting his life on the line. Literally. He's got guts to spare. All I gotta worry about is how thin the tightrope is. I'm used to it already. This means that I won't be able to press him like I can the other witnesses. What are you gonna do then, Nick? I guess today we'll just have to do without our usual psychological warfare. Today, we rely on evidence. It's the only way we'll get past Acro and to the truth. Right, but it's gonna be tough. Anyways, I want you to make sure that Regina sees it all today. It's important. Then she'll finally have to deal with the reality of what happened to her father. Oh, man. You want us to make sure Regina watches? Yes. That's why I brought her here to court today. What's that supposed to mean? She needs to know that when people die, they don't just become stars. I may be an old-fashioned clown, but I don't believe in people becoming stars. December 30th, 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Maximilian Galactica. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Miss Von Karma, you may proceed with your case. The prosecution would like to revise its previous theory of events. What's the meaning of this? We have discovered a new witness, or shall I say a new eyewitness. Oh, goodness. One that saw Maximilian Galactica fly off from the scene of the crime. Order! Order! I had a feeling something like this would come up. Due to this revision, we are now prepared to explain how the defendant flew that night. An explanation? The prosecution will present if the need so arises. In fact, my detective stayed up all night creating a mock-up of the scene on my orders. Poor gumshoe. Man does not get paid enough. Very well, please call your witness to the stand. Time to go to work. Shall I say, time to walk the courtroom tightrope. I'm so happy you said that in your head and not out loud, Phoenix. Name and occupation. Ken Dingling, but everyone calls me Acro. I'm employed as an acrobat at the Very Big Circus. Where were you the night of the crime? I was in my room that night. If you look at the map, you will see the witness's room is near the crime scene. Near is not the word I'd use. My room is on the 3rd floor. The crime scene is below my window. It's 3 floors up. The night of the crime, the witness says saw something quite shocking. Would you tell us what you witnessed? Okay. What I witnessed. It was just after 10 p.m. and I was resting in my bed. Around that time, I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. A few moments later, saw someone flying right by my window. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's what it looked like. To be honest, when I saw it, I thought I was dreaming. This witness's testimony matches up exactly with that of the clown. If that's the case, there is very little the prosecution need add. All that's left is to explain how the defendant disappeared into the sky that night. Before we get that far, I'd like to cross-examine a witness. Live Mo reaction. Yep. Yeah, pretty much. A foolish choice by a foolish fool who wishes to feel the foolish sadness of a sad fool. A man must know the proper timing for things, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Just like your old friend, Mr. Miles Edgeworth did. Oh, she's rage-baiting. She is rage-baiting, Phoenix. Mr. Wright, do you have a problem with the witness's testimony? In the words of Miss Von Karma, may I quote yesterday's proceeding? There's no way that actually happened. Very well. You may proceed with your cross-examination. What I witnessed. Just under 10 p.m., and I was resting in my bed. Around that time, I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. Then a few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. To be honest, when I saw it, I thought I was dreaming. Say it was him. The light in your room was turned off then, right? That's true. I was going to bed after all. So with the lights off, you were still able to clearly see a human fly by your window? The safety lights lit things up enough for me to see. But honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette outside my window. It was the person's back, so I couldn't see the white roses on the front. Did you see any of the other symbols? I clearly saw the silk hat as well as the cloak wrapped around his body. I'm convinced that the person I saw was Max Galactica. The more I press him, the less results I seem to get. But maybe there was something fishy with his latest bit of testimony? Yeah. Said he had the hat. The hat was at the scene. There's a huge contradiction with the testimony was just given. What? There's a contradiction, then prove it with evidence. Okay, fine. He's right, so let's see some evidence. I will. Damn it. With the hat. You claim to have seen the exact same thing Mo saw that night. Do you stand by that? What do you mean? The silk hat. What about the silk hat? I saw it on Max's head as he flew by a window. Well, should have tried looking down out of your window that night. That would have been quite difficult considering the state that I'm in. Just looking outside of the window was a tough enough challenge for me. That's a shame because you would have noticed the silk hat found in the scene. That's the ringmaster's hat, right? Nope. Afraid not. No matter how you look at it, this is Max's silk hat. Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Are you saying that Max has two silk hats? No. This is a handmade, one-of-a-kind model, only made for Maximilian Galactica. Which means Acro. Mistaken. You've been fibbing on the stand. Order, order. As always, it looks like someone just had to open their mouth before thinking. Are you okay, Nick? Well, I opened my big mouth, and now I have to back it up. How about it, Mr. Wright? What would cause this witness to commit perjury in this court today? Are we really just gonna accuse Acro? It's clear he has a grudge, but it's probably has to be more, what's the word? More of a strong answer to that, I'd imagine. Your Honor, on this occasion, the defense accuses Acro himself. On this occasion? Accused Acro? What in the world are you accusing him of? Obviously, you accuse him of the murder of Mr. Russell Berry. Mr. Wright, are you serious? Deadly serious, Your Honor. I think you trips at a circus have served you well. You seem to have learned how to try and grab at an audience's hearts and minds. Your Honor, don't allow yourself to be swayed by theatrics. Trying to wow the crowd with smoke and mirrors is the oldest bluff in the book. Really. If you don't believe me, just look at the witness. Are you quoting NWA at me, bro? What is going on? He's calm enough for it to almost be scary. He has stayed... Why is the bird pecking me? What? He stayed rather calm and collected. Why are there birds in the courtroom, man? Mr. Dingling. What a name. Do you have any response to the defense's accusations? I don't really need to say anything, do I? What do you mean? Everyone take a good look at me. I can't even stand up by myself, let alone leave the lodging house. That's true. I understand that Mr. Wright is just trying to help his client. But to do this by accusing me of a murder of all things. See, even a sliver of common sense makes it clear the accusation is ludicrous. And that's why it's crazy enough to work. He's right, way to pick on the disabled, you heartless, cruel man. Phoenix is a poopy head. That's why he was flying, because he couldn't fucking walk. Okay. See that makes the Phoenix, right? If you're trying to drum up support from the peanut gallery, that's how you do it. And this dude knows wires, yeah. 1000% agree with the second part there. I think that's enough for this little game. I've got a doctor's note to confirm that Acro is unable to stand under his own power. Maybe the defense is planning on making a claim to counter this as well. I can hear the defense now. Acro had an accomplice. What do you say about this, Mr. Wright? Did Acro have an accomplice? No. No. Now then, this must be when we get to hear the name of the mystery accomplice. Not this time, Von Karma. What? You're not gonna sucker me into this one. What are you babbling about, Mr. Wright? There was no accomplice. Acro planned and committed this murder all by himself. Order! What are you getting at? We keep them on their toes, Nick. Now I'm gonna have to prove how it all fits together. I have to show how Acro murdered Russell Berry. Can you do it, Nick? Can you really do that? I know what I can't do. I can't stop now. If I stop attacking, I'm doomed. Alright, then let's do it. Mr. Phoenix Wright. If this witness is the killer, then his eyewitness account is all lies, right? Mr. Wright, I would like for you to clear something up for me. When a crime is committed, exactly where is Mr. Dingling? Okay, so it happened over here by the lodging house? And he's in his room, 3rd floor, so you have to be in his room, right? Yeah, I mean, if you're following like what you were saying, like he was hooked up on wires and that's why he could fly. He was able to get back up into his room and into his bed and stuff. Then he would have had to like descend from the window and bonk him on the head. So yeah, that tracks. That tracks. A perfect cover. Yeah. You're not wrong. He was obviously here the entire time. That's Acro's room? Pretty simple, huh? Acro wasn't able to leave the lodging house by himself. In that case, there can be only one correct answer. Acro didn't leave his room to kill the ringmaster. What? Are you nuts? Or, yeah, or he could have dropped something on his head. It's also an option. What say you, Mr. Dingling? It's an interesting theory. That's it? Considering that what you propose is impossible, yes, that's it. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? As the witness has stated, your assertion is impossible. As he is in a wheelchair, there's no way he could go to the scene or be the killer. You got a point. Seems you've forgotten once again, Mr. Phoenix, right? The defendant was clearly spotted at the scene of the crime. It's true. But did you see his feet? See his legs? Most of that he saw Max, didn't he? He freaking flew away. But Maya, it's still impossible for humans to fly. Do you mind if I ask a question, Mr. Wright? What is it? I understand some of your logic. However, how do you think that I killed him? You smacked him on the head or dropped something on his head. If I can't leave my room, I obviously couldn't wear Max's costume. How did he do it? That's the next course of action of this legal buffet. Be careful, Nick, if you mess up here. Right, I can't mess up here. Gotta give this one some serious thought. I'm sure the actor killed the ringmaster. And he did it while he was in his room, no doubt about it. Time to enlighten us as to how Mr. Dingling committed the crime. Alright, I'm gonna present some evidence. So what did Mr. Dingling use to commit the crime of murder against Russellberry? It had to be something heavy in blood, right? Something like that would make a loud thump sound, because that's what Acro said and also what Mel said. So it's not my badge. I don't think it was the box. Because that was his box. He had it in his room. In the what's it called? In his office. And the positioning doesn't make sense either. Like, if you hit him with it, or you hit him over the head with it, why would he land on top of it like that? The lion's corpse. From beyond the grave, fucking Leon. Could have hit him on the head with it and then he fell over it. I guess unlikely. Hear me out. The bust. The giant, heavy bust that's mysteriously missing from his perch in the cafe. Taken from the cafeteria before the crime. Ron statue? Alright, good deal, good deal. What's that, picture? It is indeed. The problem is with the item that's shown in the picture. The bust? It's quite a large bust. And because it is life-size, it is also very, very heavy. 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 Heavy enough to guarantee a certain death, would you say? Especially if it was dropped from, I don't know, a third-story window. Ah! Yep. See, this is how Acro was able to kill the ringmaster. With the force of gravity! In Maximilian Galactica's ample bust. That is not the words I would have used for that Phoenix. But yeah, he did get a kill with an assist from Sir Isaac Newton. I know that Von Karma got that Von grip. And another one, because that was particularly terrible. So you're saying the bus fell onto the ringmaster? Yes, that's what I'm saying. We put Mr. Newton on trial, yep. And accomplishing his crime. A rather simple crime. Even if you were stuck in a wheelchair, it'd be incredibly easy to commit. How could you possibly wheel a wheelchair with something so heavy? It's impossible. Have you seen his arms? Look at this man. Okay, I guess you can't look at this man, but when he goes back to it, look at his freaking arms, bro. Look at his triceps. Look at his biceps. That shit easy. Also, yeah, he's an acrobat. He's an athlete. Well, Acro is an acrobat. He should have more than enough upper body strength to carry something like the bust. Mr. Dingling, how do you respond to these charges? Look at this man, bro. Look at his fucking lats. That's easy. Replace Mia with me. The case would be solved a lot faster, but we'd risk the client getting the death penalty. Damn, brother. I don't think we want that, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. We're aiming for not guilty verdicts, and so far we've been on 100% success rate here. Acro's at a loss for words. The win rate % would be good, but hey, sometimes the eggs gotta fry. That's insane. That's insane. He should be. He knows how to get close to the truth. Whoa, wow. Acro, you can't run away. Ow! I'd watch what I'd say if I were you, Mr. Phoenix, right? What? Your Honor, the physical health of the witness is material to this case. Nuh-uh. I demand that we get proper testimony from the witness himself. Testimony, you say? Karma. He's just using his testimony to ruse to stall for time. Yep. This man needs a 44 for self-defense. I'll do you one better, a 45. There is absolutely no need for such testimony. The defense has its version of the murder. The prosecution has the right to respond. 50. How about we double it and give it to the next person? The defense's objection is overruled. Why can't he see things my way once in a while? Mr. Dingling, I'm sorry, but we need you... Bet 80. That math isn't mathing for me, champ, but okay. I'll take what I can get. I'm sorry, but we need you to testify about your physical condition. If you have any doubts about your ability to testify, we can request expert testimony. The witness will have no problems. However, let's all be respectful towards him. No. Okay, maybe. I'll think about it. Thank you. A woman will sink to any low to win the case. Yup. Acro's physical state. I suppose I could have lifted something that's the size of that bust. I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat, and only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. It makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bus on him, don't you think? I have no doubts in regards to his witness's testimony. It was impossible for him to lift the bus and stick himself out far enough to look. Not to mention that he could not have known the location of the ringmaster's head. The 80 mil is a breech loading cannon. Nice. Hell yeah. for self-defense, right? A single false step would have led to even more severe injuries. Shit, man, if he was getting his revenge, if he was fulfilling his vendetta there, then it might have been worth it to him, honestly. That's what I was thinking. What is your opinion on the matter, Mr. Wright? For medical purposes. I'd still like to proceed with my cross-examination. Simply stalling. It's shameful, really. Can't let her get to me. I gotta focus. I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust. I have a strong upper body from work as an acrobat, but only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bust and looking out the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Thus, it would be realistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think? Press that. Why do you say it would be impossible? Allow me to explain. Except that if I was carrying the bus, I couldn't see out below the window. Thus, there is no way that I would know the location of the ringmaster's head. I suppose you've got a point. Hey, Nick? What if you turn things around? Maybe if you think of it sort of like this. What? If you knew the location of the ringmaster's head, then you could drop the bust. Ah. Does make sense. I could prove somehow. An Aqua knew the location of the ringmaster's head without looking down. I think I've already explained things sufficiently. How's the location of it? Yeah, if you knew the location, then all you have to do is just drop it when the time is, right? Oh, wait. He could have freaking... Okay, so yeah, the note. I conclusive evidence of what took place. He told him to come to the house. That's how he gets him there. They get him in the right location. He probably placed the box there. Or had someone place the box there. And then all you would have to do is just wait until he arrives and push the shit out. But what even freaking evidence would that be? Hold on. What was the other Soche? Could have lifted something like the bus, yeah, but upper body strength, yeah. Go to bus, look out the window, it would have been possible. Maya said that if you think of it the other way, if he set it up where they were already in the right spot, all you would have to do is push the shit out. If there's no way I can exert the force, sure, whatever. Makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Okay, but you don't have to know if it's a predetermined spot. Okay, we're gonna... And that works with the photo. But yeah, he might have like... Yeah, he placed it there. That's how he would fall on top of it if he got hit in the head. Oh, this shit mad elaborate, bro. I don't know why the weight is relevant here, but yeah, the box, no? Well, it's either it could be the box in the picture, honestly. Ooh, almost a box. Acro, you didn't really need to lean out of the window, did you? What are you driving at, Mr. Wright? You already knew ahead of time where the Ringmaster's head was going to be. Quite precisely, I might add. Your silly hinting at things is pointless, Mr. Phoenix, right? Enough stalling. How about you show us some evidence? What? You did such a good job hinting. Yes. Hurry up and explain things, Mr. Wright. Maybe you should take a look at this. The key point here is the wooden box. The same wooden box that the victim was found hunched over. The same. The question is, who placed the wooden box here? Who? When Ben and company saw the Ringmaster, they didn't see him holding the box. Which means that this wooden box was already placed at the scene of the crime. I have to admit that your theory makes a lot of sense. The moment that the bus came falling down was exactly the same moment that the Ringmaster lifted up the wooden box. Which means that the answer to all these questions is now crystal clear. You mean, if the bus were to fall upon the point marked out by the wooden box, there'd be no way that it could miss the head of the victim. No. Yes. Order. This is unbelievable. Finally, some of these loose ends are starting to tie themselves up. Now I just gotta keep going. There's only one way to go from here, forward. So the next question I have is, who placed that wooden box at the scene? With Mr. Dingling, of course. He connected it to a rope, and then all he had to do was lower it down. How? I suppose. And then what, he just freaking cut the rope, or? Oh no, I guess if it's on wires or something? Is it all just wires? It could be. I'm gonna whip some sense into you. Stop! Why? Mr. Phoenix, right? The Ringmaster's head could have been anywhere when he lifted the box. That's why the box was so specially made. Specially made? Indeed. It had the most peculiar feature. Why is the weight? The weight? The weight? It says 20 pounds. Is that why it says 20 pounds? Maybe I can destroy this bot. Send his ass to the Shadow Realm. There we go. It could be how it was. I don't think it's how it was made because it could be because the lock. If you want to open it, you have to orient yourself to get the lock. Oh, it doesn't even say. It doesn't say how it's made. Okay, so yeah, it'd have to be weight then, because the size doesn't make sense. Content of the box doesn't matter because you don't know at its time it's weight. The box has remarkable weight. Weight? According to the court record, it weighs 20 pounds. Big ass box. Just to lift up this box would be required. Oh, I see. One would have to squat down and lift it up with their body, wouldn't you say? That's exactly what I was trying to point out. The box is also very large. The box also has carrying handles on either side, doesn't it? That's correct. To lift up the box, you'd have to squat down. Which means that no matter who you are, your head would be in approximately the same place. Fool! Does he even bother to listen to me anymore? I've heard what you had to say. I must admit, I'm shocked at your imaginative skills. Did you do it? Did you place this wooden box in the plaza? Mr. Wright may have a vivid imagination, but I could never have done what he's proposing. What? Mr. Wright, do you recall the original location of Max's bus? I remember. Cafeteria. It's on top of the table in the cafeteria. And what happened to it? I'd like you to remember one more important fact, Mr. Wright. I could not possibly leave the lodging house by myself. That means... You understand what I mean, don't you? I may very well have been able to drop the bus from my room. However, how would I have gotten the bus from the cafeteria to my room? You see, Mr. Phoenix Wright, explain that. Did you have your freaking monkey do it, bro? Was the monkey an accomplice? Don't forget, you said there was no accomplice. I did say that. Damn it. I changed my mind. That was exactly how the witness would have carried the bus in the cafeteria. Yep, we definitely have a problem here. But this is no place to get perplexed. I gotta get my wits about me and prove how things happen once and for all. Oh, God, okay. Alright, Mr. Wright, let's hear your explanation. How did the witness get the bus from the cafeteria back? Okay, so, I mean... If the monkey got it, it's still possible because when we look at the pile of stuff that was in the room, there was like a freaking tuba in there. There were some pretty big things in there, so I don't think it's like too big to carry. And it says it particularly likes shiny stuff, and looking at this, very shiny. Does the monkey, right? No, not at all. I don't think Ben would help. I don't think Ben would do that. Max definitely wouldn't do that. Regina probably couldn't or wouldn't do it. I don't think Mo would do it either. Then his brother's in the hospital. In the coma. So, yeah, monkey. Monkey? A monkey. Everyone knows Money. He loves shiny objects of any size. Oh, like when he stole the ventriloquist's rig. Yes. So you're saying the witness had a monkey steal a bus? I don't think he had him do it. I think the monkey just did it, and it showed up in his room. Of course he didn't order the monkey to steal it. The monkey stole it on his own, and then brought it back home. Home? Money lives in Acro's room. Acro's room. But the bus was bronze, wasn't it? Bronze isn't all that shiny. I mean, look at that's the card he's holding. Maybe you should put the whip down sometimes and read the court record. Those are some very nice cards he's holding. Yes, and they are made of platinum. What? They're made of what? Which is very shiny. Yeah, and very expensive. Gua. Acro. Money is a strong monkey, right? It'd be easy for him to bring the bus back to your room. If he wasn't able to handle that himself, I'd be on the market for a new roommate. Order, order, I said order. Miss Von Karma. Where is the bus in question at this moment? I don't know. We're searching for it as we speak. This is a rather strange turn of events. Well, let's say that the monkey had not stolen the bus. What would have happened then? On that event, something else would have been used as a murder weapon. Wait. You mean this bus was the murder weapon purely by accident? It's possible. Maybe Acro saw Money's mountain of stolen goods and thought to use one of them. Anyways, I think we more proven that one critical fact. I'm just trying to imagine what else would this man have fucking thrown out of the window at him. If you really wanted him gone and didn't care, I'm just imagining what if he just freaking threw his wheelchair out the window. drop a wheelchair in a person from 3 stories up. I think that'd do the job, right? We're missing one critical fact, namely that it was entirely possible that Ackroyd was the murderer. Moron! You didn't call me a fool. That's progress. Mr. Wright's argument was so circular, I'm still a bit dizzy. However, his argument does hold water. There's no denying that. Ow! Don't seem so flamboozled. Especially by this fraud of an attorney. Fraud? You've forgotten the absolute most important thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What's that? What is that? You should know. What? You forgot that your fraud of a magical client was spotted at the scene of the crime. Ah. There's no reason to doubt the cloud system. That's true. How do you respond to that, Mr. Wright? He was probably a setup to get him to just come over in that direction either way. Yeah, no, he probably set him up. It was a decoy to get him to walk over there. Nick, don't let her beat you now. Well, this is my chance to turn this trial around. When the murder occurred, there were 2 people at the scene of the crime. One was the victim, Russell Berry, and the other was the murderer himself. Answer this and only this, Mr. Phoenix, right? Who was the murderer the clown saw? What? I'm not saying Max, that's a trap. The only actual person that was there was Russell. Following this line of logic here. This shit doesn't make sense. He's the only person who's there. Russell. Fuck it. Whatever. It is what it is. What is this supposed to be? I don't know. I'm trying shit, Judge. What's that supposed to be? You mind explaining that to me as well? Getting barraged with questions, Nick. Why is that? It's because you're on the wrong track. Oh. I don't freaking know, man. Was it just a fucking hat? What? Ooh, how? What? Okay. Uh... It would have to be... I really don't want to say Max. I don't think that's it. Mm, this? The bust? I asked who was the other person Bell saw to see. That has nothing to do with his question. Au contraire, mon frere. What? Phoenix? What? It does indeed have something to do with the question. Most of it he saw Max's silhouette. But he did not actually see the man himself. Wasn't a human being he saw. Wait, did he dress it up in the fucking... in the cloak? How was that possible? It's simple, really. What Mo actually saw that night was Max's bust. What are you talking about? Have you tried using your braid at all in this case? The silhouette he saw was wearing a cloak. There's no reason why you couldn't attach a cloak to the bust. It would be easy to hang one off of the cards in the bust's hands. Idiot, who in the right mind would put a cloak on a bust? A murderer. It doesn't matter who put it on the bust. Just wait a minute now, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? That question is of the utmost importance to this case, don't you think? Call me. Let's have it, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? Put the cloak on the bust? I don't freaking know, man. I don't think Max should do it. How? Okay, so if it was Acro, how would he have the cloak? Way earlier, we established that Russell was in Cloak. I'm not following this line of reason. It's not. It can't be it. Acro wouldn't have it. It might have been Russell because he had the freaking. Oh yeah, wait. If the monkey broke into the room and stole it from his office where Max had left his uniform after a meeting, that could be them. But it's not. It can't be Acro. I don't see. I don't know how that makes. I don't know how that makes more sense than this makes sense. Whatever. Fool him? Yes. You're saying it was the victim himself, Russell Berry. That's what I'm saying. The victim himself placed the cloak on the bust. Place the cloak isn't really the right way of putting it. Then what would be the right way of putting it, Mr. Wright? Explain yourself. Nick, do you really have a handle on all this? Hell no, but we're trying. I'm fine, Maya. I'm finally putting all the pieces together. There's really only one picture I can paint. Anyway, all right. So we want to know what really happened at night. Let's step back in time. Acro used a rope to lower the wooden box onto the seat. Did he attach that rope to the bust? And dangled the bust out of his bedroom window directly above the wooden box. Hello. At the same time, the ringmaster told Max to wait in his room and went to the scene. Of course, at the time, the ringmaster was wearing Max's costume. Right? Which was established with the testimony from Trillo and Ben. Perhaps he didn't want anyone to recognize him that night. Oh, yeah, that could be why, too. But yeah, we know that the person that walked past Trilla wasn't X. And also, didn't speak, assumedly because of the falling out they had, but in reality it's because he didn't want to identify himself. But just as he feared, he was spotted at the entrance of the lodging house, yep. By none other than the ventriloquist and his puppet Ben and Trilla. When the ringmaster arrived at the scene, he bent over to lift the wooden box. And that's when Acro took his chance and released the rope. Now this is when the real magic happens. At the very instant that the bus hit the victim, that's crazy. You wait just a second there, Mr. Phoenix, right? As much as you try, as much as you scheme, this just isn't true. It can't be. You telling me you don't believe in magic, Von Karma? You telling me you don't believe? It's still a little early to be getting so upset, Miss Von Karma. This circus isn't over yet. What? The impact of the bus on the victim threw the cloak up and snagged onto the bus. The impact also caused the sound a certain witness heard, prompting him to take a look. That witness was, of course, Lawrence Mo Curls, the clown. When Mo looked out his window, the cloak had already snagged onto the bus. Now, having completed the crime, Acro naturally went about pulling up the murder weapon. Of course, he had no idea that Mo saw the bus being raised with the cloak dangling on it. Primarily because in his wheelchair, he couldn't see out of his window. So he just kept pulling the bus up. Goes. That's how the magical murderer disappeared into the sky and came to be. So you see, the only person who could have pulled this off is it one person who was able to drop the murder weapon from above the crime scene. Acro, could only have been you. Bird. Acro's been playing mind games with all of us. He sure has. But he has come to the end of his rope now. So... what now? You've graced us with a rather long-winded tale. But do you have any evidence to prove that your fairy tale is true? Evidence? In this court, only two things matter. The power of evidence and the power of my whip. Okay. Don't forget the power of my gavel as well. Mr. Wright, the prosecution brings up a good point. Can we see some evidence? Nick, they say they want evidence. They just explained how there can only be one possible murder method, but there is still something unusual about Mo's eyewitness account. Unusual? As unusual as his flashbang in his courtroom. A contradiction, actually. Okay then, use that and get us out of this jam. That's enough talking amongst yourself. Proceed, Mr. Wright. Present some evidence to the court that backs your claims. I want hard proof that you have unraveled the trick to this magic case. What? Huh? The bust. Drop, stag the cape on it, pull that shit up. Okay, the last photo they showed, we did see the hat on the ground. I never pulled the cape up. I don't freaking know. It's not a person. It's not gonna be a person. Not gonna be a person. Makes sense. None of this other stuff makes sense. So, product elimination, not that, not that, not... maybe? Maybe. Probably not. No, 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 no. 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 This isn't relevant yet. I guess it'll be about the proving, the motive. This? It's your badge. I don't think it's a badge. Believe it or not, I don't think it's a badge. This also, wait a second. I suppose that is a good point. Wait, hold on. So he said that the cloak got dragged up, but we found that, we found the head of the crime scene. So, if there's something so let's think of the reverse, right? So, if that hadn't happened, then the cloak would have been left at the crime scene. So, what happens to the cloak? Right? Why was the cloak taken and not the hat? If they did this murder, and they knew they were there, they wouldn't have, like, forgotten the hat. It's very... It doesn't seem like this would blend in with the snow and shit on the ground. Like, it's very vibrant. They would have seen that, I imagine. And if it was Max, he would know that his hat's not on his head. So I'm like, yeah, that's the only thing that kind of makes sense. Please? The problem is Max's 3 symbols. You know, the silk hat, the cloak, the white roses. The symbols were a problem numerous times during yesterday's proceedings. Yesterday, there were 2 contradictions in Mo's testimony. Correct. The silk hat was one, the white roses were the other. Yep. But the theory I just presented explains all these contradictions. You fool, do you ever shut up? Nope. I'm a lawyer. Max's silk hat was found at the scene of the crime, right? However, remember what Mo said yesterday. He testified that the criminal he saw fleeing the scene was wearing a silk hat. Oh, yeah, because it was a bust. And the bust has the hat, right. There's only one explanation for that. The silk hat that Mo saw was actually the bust. Yeah, and he couldn't actually see that it was the statue because it's nighttime. So it's silhouette. Makes sense. If you look at it that way, then he did see the silk hat. Well, sort of. Fine, you got one, but what about the other contradiction? The other contradiction? Remember what that ventriloquist said in court. He said that he witnessed white roses on Max's chest that night. But the clown's testimony doesn't match. The clown said that there were no white roses. I'd like you to try to explain that one away. You do it, Nick? But he saw the back of the cloak. I can explain all of it. What was that? Please recall the instant when the cloak snagged onto the bust. If the cloak snagged onto the bust, what happened to the white roses? Do you get it yet? If the cloak got snagged onto the front of the bust, it means that the white roses would end up on the back of the bust. Ah, yep. It was explained why Mo didn't see them. The white roses were not visible because they were on the back side of the bust. Order, order! This is quite the shocking state of affairs, you're telling me. Mr. Wright's theory still sounds a bit absurd to me. Yes, it is. However, let's just keep going down this road for a while and see where it leads. Let's do this, Nick. Then maybe Von Kammer will finally throw in the towel. Bird? Well, so much for that theory. Mr. Wright, do you mind? What is it? You took the time to research our circus, didn't you? Well, yes, I did. Is there something making you think that I didn't? You did, then maybe you'll understand why I think you're off track. Why is that? Motive. This witness feels an incredible debt of gratitude towards the ringmaster. Nah. Maybe he did at one point, but nah. Anyone with any relation to the circus is well aware of this. Thus, there's absolutely no way someone like this would kill the ringmaster. I don't know about that, champ. Your Honor, I'd like you to hear Akra's story. Learn about his relationship with the ringmaster and his life up until now. What do we do? Recess. Call for recess. There's no doubting that Akra deeply respected the ringmaster. Akra's motives? Seems that this case isn't over yet. Very well. However, I feel this is a good place to take a break. Thank you, Judge. I will listen to the rest of Mr. Dingling's testimony after recess. This court will now take a 10-minute recess. Cool. Will be continued next Monday. Okie dokie. So, that, we're gonna call it here, and we'll pick this up next week. Okie dokie. Tomorrow, we will be starting Metal Gear Solid 3, the remake. Wednesday of this week, we'll be doing some more Assassin's Creed Revelations. Continuing on, I guess, with that one. And Thursday and Friday will be more BioShock Infinite. That's our plan for the week. Hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.